Hello, everyone, and welcome to Beyond the Red Zone, our very own sports show brought to you by This is Revolution Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Myles, and I'm thrilled to have you with us this evening. And if you're going to be listening later tomorrow morning, this morning, wherever you are, I am. Basically, I'm just glad you're here. For our returning listeners, subscribers, and especially our patrons, hell fucking yeah! God damn! You're the driving force behind the TIR machine, and we couldn't do this without you. Also, for viewers of the main show, Kayfabe Episode 1 is live now, as well as all the TIR video essays on Means TV. To view them and tons of other great left shows as well, go to meanstv.com and enter the discount code This is Revolution, all caps, all one word, to receive 20% off a monthly or yearly subscription. There, put it on the screen right there. Use discount code This is Revolution and receive 20% off a monthly or yearly subscription. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk a little bit of NBA nonsense before we dive into the rest of the nonsense that is usually this show. I know someone has a timer on to see how long before Mac and I delve into the netherworld of tomfoolery. If you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, you may think you have the most insane front office and that the sky is indeed falling. If you're a ridiculous horror movie fan and mildly superstitious person like myself, then you understand that this is just the cost of doing business with Satan. That's right. When the Dallas Cowboys made the biggest trade in NFL history to date with the Minnesota Vikings for draft picks, sending their lone superstar Herschel Walker over, people thought the Cowboys were insane. Dallas went on to draft a slew of Hall of Famers and won 3 Super Bowls in only 4 years. It seemed like every pick that Dallas received, they hit on, a rarity in the NFL or any sport for that matter. I bring all this up because the only way that deal got done was because Jimmy Johnson sold not just his soul, but the souls of the people of Dallas for those 3 rings. He thought he could keep that devilish magic up in Miami, but Satan had other plans.
We coming for you, nigga!
Oh, he did. The Dallas Cowboys haven't been a Super Bowl contender for decades, but the Mavericks have had successes on the basketball court. And it seemed before February 2nd, 2025, the Mavericks had their perennial MVP cornerstone player in 25-year-old Luka Doncic. Doncic was involved in a 3-team trade that sent him to the Los Angeles LeBrons and Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks. This was an extremely covert transaction and one we don't normally see in sports. The teams wanted to keep the profile of this deal low, and it was truly a shock to the sports world. Today we'll discuss what happened with the Mavericks and what their Luka-less future looks like. And has this move propelled the Lakers as Western Conference frontrunners? I bring on my very somber good friend and co-host, Mac.
Hey. Oh man. Hey guys, I'm sorry. But your boy Mac had an edible, and it's twice as much as I normally do. So it's gonna be interesting to say the least. But I do want to say, check it out, Jason. Mm-hmm. Got it today. National champions.
This shirt sucks.
Yeah, well, so does the Pac-12.
You know why they won that? Because 8 years ago, I was in Columbus and it was colder than I thought it was going to be. I was just coming from somewhere warm. I can't remember where for a golf tournament. I was working the Memorial Golf Tournament. Is it Jack Nicklaus's? That's who's got the golf.
Yeah, I think that's his thing.
And yep, I won't say the whole story, but it was colder than I thought. So I went to Walmart to find a sweatshirt, and lo and behold, I'm in fucking Columbus. So there's only one thing they're selling there.
That's right.
No champion, just Ohio State. So I have an Ohio State bright red sweatshirt that I only wear to work out in. But I guess the gains have been gains.
That's right.
For Ohio State.
But I'm glad you brought up that. I think we can call it an ill-fated trade. The Dallas, let's just call it a work is what it is, because Minnesota got fleeced.
You mean Dallas?
No, I mean Minnesota gets a Herschel Walker that honestly is.
Oh, you mean Minnesota? Oh, you mean the Minnesota Vikings?
Yeah.
I don't know how high you are, so I don't know if you're just talking about outer space right now.
No. But the current iteration of the Cowboys extends from that trade because Jimmy Johnson drove it and Jimmy Johnson made the picks.
Mm-hmm.
And after that point, Jerry Jones is like, at no point will I ever give up control of this team again, which I find hilarious because it's like, dude, you won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years when you just sat up in the luxury box and clapped a lot. And now your team are perennial underachievers or just like suck balls, Wait, Mercutio, Mac, I wish to make a complaint. On a suggestion from Jason, I went to an Eastern chiropractor by the name of Custard Habibi, and the experience ruined my butthole.
When the show is over, I have to play that video for you.
Okay. But let's look at this trade, right? Before I start saying anything about the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks. So Luka, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris go to the Lakers, right? The Mavs get Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. The Jazz get Jalen Hood-Schifino, a 2025 second-rounder, and then another 25 second-rounder via the Clips, right? Bro, Dallas, you didn't get shit for Luka Doncic. You didn't get shit for a guy who literally played you into the Western Conference Finals last year. And it was all allegedly, because we are not getting sued on this show. We just got on Means TV. Like, we cannot afford a lawsuit. Right?
I mean, this one, sorry. Means TV. Means TV. We're not laughing at you.
No, we love you. And make sure you guys do use the discount code that's yelling at the box that you're typing it into, because that's why it's in all caps. But like Anthony Davis is a guy who, granted, he's been healthy this year, but dig in statistically, how many years has he played more than like 60 games?
Oof.
Right.
Well, Luka only plays. I mean, I think he plays. Is he having 67 the last 3 years?
Yeah, and see, I'll take 67 from my all-world point guard because we're only sitting him for 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a good rest number. Dude, you're lucky to get 50 out of Anthony Davis most seasons.
Have you seen the, or have you heard the rumor of why the trade took place?
Yes. That's why I said allegedly.
For those that don't know, the Adelson family bought the Mavericks from Mark Cuban.
The majority share.
The majority share.
Cuban still owns 27% of it, right? But 2 years ago, Cuban pitched this whole idea to the Dallas City Council and the Dallas mayor about an entertainment district centered around a casino, right? And we know that the NBA's put the All-Star game in Vegas a couple times. They dropped the aces there, right, in the WNBA. And, we've had Summer League there for how many years now? But the NBA has always been very, very leery about gambling because of the ref scandal, the game fixing scandal. What was his name? Brian Donaghy?
Something Donaghy. But I don't think anyone cares anymore about, sadly.
Yeah.
I don't say that with any joy.
But see, the NBA was always the league that was very gun shy about gambling for a very long time, right?
Well, they
So
got caught the worst.
Tim Donaghy, thank you, Mr. Crash. I appreciate you. Right? Yeah, exactly. So they were kind of like the last of our big four to really just say, fuck it, let's lean into the sports gambling thing, right? So when Cuban floats this idea, Dallas is like, okay, but how are we going to get the finances for this? Because, dude, this isn't like the $2 billion stadium entertainment district with like the bars and the hotels, right? This is going to be a casino. This is going to go like, it's got a stupid huge price tag. It was like estimated between 4.8 and $6 billion to float, right? And that's where the Adelson family came in. They were like, listen, we want in on this, but we want the team. We want controlling interest of the team. And Cuban was like, that's fine because I don't know shit about gambling. You know, I just want to keep a good enough investment in this team to where I can reap some of the benefits from this project. So that's how we end up with the Adelson family as the controlling interest in the Dallas Mavericks. But I don't know on what planet, and I'm not trying to knock Anthony Davis here, right? When he's on the court, the guy's a game changer, right? But how in the fuck do you think your team is better subtracting Luka and adding AD? And to hear, he is a high price scoring machine, but he also distributes the ball well. Okay. You know, and on top of that, he's not paid to be like a defense first point guard. That's not his job, right? I would even argue he's kind of more built in the mold of Kyrie, who I think has done a great job this season playing more off ball and as like a true shooting guard. But like dude, I just don't think Dallas got better here. I just don't think.
Would you like to hear what Coach Will said?
I would love to hear what Coach Will say because
I texted my good friend and basketball coach at Oakland High. He does have several kids in the NBA and at Division I schools. Take my glasses off to read because I'm an old man now.
At least they're not on the tip of your nose, dude.
No, I have to take them all the way off. Glasses and pants whenever I read. Luka doesn't play defense and has been groomed since a teen to have the ball in his hands and doesn't like to / isn't able to play without the ball for most of each possession. Parentheses, what people hate about American AAU, but we all know what that is code for. He doesn't play a winning style regardless of what type of roster you surround him with. When he won the EuroLeague MVP, he was still playing Euroball, where he wasn't the ball dominant, and the style of play was based on ball movement and set plays. LeBron can adapt to play with anyone and affect winning, but winning multiple 7-game series has never been done with a Luka-type ball-dominant ISO player on offense. Even if you ignore the defense side of the ball, I have the feeling Lakers management is more so preparing to have a marketable face for the post-LeBron era financially, while giving the perception that they're trying to build a winner around LeBron. Our conversation went on, and he felt as if this deal felt like the Brooklyn move, of the Nets, where it was more about building shopping centers than it was about actually bringing a team to Brooklyn.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense because, you know, who's a free agent in 26 or 27? Giannis, right? Mm-hmm. Who better to pitch Giannis on Los Angeles than Luka, right? Another global star, another young dude. You know, I could see that. I think Coach Will hit the nail on the head there. Now, what I'm curious to see what the Lakers do from here, right? Because they still have a 2031 pick that they're allowed to trade. Are they going to take a swing and try and like net somebody else? Because they're still saying Kevin Durant is most likely going to get moved.
Well, have you seen or were you listening to any of the talk or reading any of the talk about the fact that this was a deal done between owners and even front office people didn't know what was going on. And that's
Well-
really what kind of plays into this almost, I don't want to say conspiracy theory, because it actually does make a lot of quote unquote business sense. And I wouldn't look at it as anything super evil or nefarious. It's just the financial system in which we live in, which people like me and Mac believe is evil and nefarious.
Yeah.
But when you think about the lobbying that the Adelson family did to Houston state legislature, and for Houston, or for Texas state legislature, and for Texas to come back and say, no, we're not gonna have gambling like the rest of the country.
Yeah.
And to be able to threaten in a couple years that you will move the team, I mean, this isn't really surprising to say, look, the fans don't like it. We thought this move made sense. They were married to this player, which in a grander scheme, you have to go, I get that kind of, but especially in basketball where there's so much movement, Steph Curry is a bit of a rarity.
Well, I wouldn't even say a bit. He's the exception, not the rule now.
Right?
You know,
all sports play. We talked about this while you were gone. I brought this up. Jim Kelly, John Elway, Dan Marino all play on the same team, Walter Payton, for their career. And they lost very big games. Jim Kelly losing 4 Super Bowls in a row. John Elway losing 3 out of 4 years, I believe it was for him, Super Bowls. I don't know if you can do that in this current climate, because you have a guy like Lamar Jackson, who, if you want to do kind of a strange apples to apples comparison, is kind of a Luka-like player, right?
I think that's a fair statement, right? Knocks against Luka or not, the only reason the Mavs made the finals last year was because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Anybody who argues that doesn't watch basketball. I think what really threw me off was how little Dallas got back. Right? They got a single draft pick. Like,
but that but doesn't that make you feel though like? And again, I don't think it's conspiratorial. I think it's. I watched I'll give you I watched a clip. I think I sent it to you or sent it to Bert Cooper, because Bert was like, I don't understand baseball because I've never understood the chess-like strategy of baseball. I'm sure there's someone that could break it down that's a baseball savant. I've just never met him. He goes, most other sports I understand the intricate moves. So I showed him this clip of Greg Maddux and it was him and his catcher Javi Lopez at the time.
Yeah.
And Maddux and Lopez had talked about how they were going to pitch Jeff Bagwell in the regular season. And the plan was pitch him away. Lopez is setting up away. Maddux shakes him off, brings him up, he goes, we're going to go inside. Maddux throws a fastball inside. Jeff Bagwell smashes it. And Javi Lopez is like, what the fuck did you do that for? We had a plan. You're going to pitch him away. He goes, they're doing good. We're doing good. We're going to see him in the postseason. 3 months later, they see him in the postseason. Maddux throws 3 changeups. Bagwell strikes out because he's looking for the heater inside. I was like, that's the chess match that you see in sports that also exists in business. And if you want something, I want gambling because that's how I make my money. And I'll threaten to move the team. It's not like we haven't seen it with the Raiders.
Or how many other teams, right?
Do you know how thirsty, as you people put it, Las Vegas is for professional sports? I was there the first year the Stars came. I was working EDC. That shit was nuts. They sold out every night. And then they went to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh, you mean the Knights?
What did I call them?
The Stars. That's the team that moved from Minnesota to Dallas. They moved to Dallas.
The Stars. That was the minor league baseball team, the Las Vegas Stars. They really go back. But I remember that so vividly because that's what I did. I worked in food and beverage. And so when you see the numbers that are generated from a team filling a stadium, it's such a windfall of money. It's like, look, dude, we can't lose. We can't lose. Either you give us what we want here, and they'll come back. What
Yeah.
choice do they have?
This is the thing. I caught shit because I said the only reason professional sports is flourishing in Vegas is because of the Knights. I
Yes.
think if they would have fell on their face and had a typical expansion year, you wouldn't have seen the outpouring of support. And I don't think that's a knock against anybody that's from Vegas, but it's a pretty transient city.
Yep.
Okay. And I equate it a lot to a more popular, hotter, sandier Charlotte. No one's from those two cities. Everybody moves there, right? And that's why you don't have a lot of support for the Panthers outside of probably the first 4 years. You know, when they go 7-9 their first year and make it to the NFC Championship game in their second, right? So that winning, the Knights winning just out of the gate, I really think, set a positive thing. Well, Six, I'll get in that in a second, right? Because the Knights, actually, fuck it, I'll talk about it now. The Knights had one of the most advantageous expansion drafts of all time.
Yeah.
10 years prior, or 10, 15 years prior, when Bettman's spearheading the expansion into the Sun Belt, fuck no. Those expansion drafts were horrible. And it was like an NFL expansion draft, right? You got rid of high-priced older guys, cast-offs, and you end up with like the 2002 Houston Texans, where David Carr almost had a tombstone implanted at the end zone because he was sacked so much that year, right? But Bettman realized we're going into Vegas. We have to make a splash. So he loosens up the rules, and Vegas ends up with a phenomenal fucking team, right? And that's what kind of pissed me off about the Kraken, because I was like, fuck it. If I'm going to start watching hockey, I'm going to be a fan of the expansion team. That way no one can call me a bandwagon fan. And Seattle's like, we got the same rules as Vegas. We're going to slow roll this one. I'm like, you fucking bitches. God, right? Oh, dude, yeah, definitely to hear. Definitely. But when the Knights caught fire, they go to the Stanley Cup Finals, right? This is when you start seeing Davis, Mark Davis looking east and like, maybe Vegas is a better place right now. How do we get funding for a stadium, right? This is when you see Fisher start playing footsie with the Vegas City Council, right? But the thing is, Vegas has a team they're wild about in the Knights, and they have a team from the most popular sports league in the country, the Raiders, in town, right? And I think Mark Davis gets a lot of leeway in how he runs a team because, like, his entire financial well-being is that team. If he didn't have it, he would just be another goofy-looking white dude with a bad haircut, right? Like, that's exactly who he would be. But like Fisher and the A's, bro, the teeth pulling that had to get done just to even start negotiating on a city or on a site for a stadium.
Yeah.
And the Vegas City Council and the county board of commissioners were even just like, dude, no fucking way. Because Davis brought in the Adelson family to help fund the stadium. That Taj,
they're big players in Vegas.
Yeah, that Tajma football, that's there in the desert. Literally, the Adelson family opened up the checkbook and we're like, okay, we'll put this much down. You're going to work with this guy at Bank of America to secure the rest of the funding. We'll put up some collateral because he knows Mark Davis has nothing other than the Raiders. So Adelson owns this thing lock, stock, and barrel. It's not the county, it's not the city, it's the Adelson family, right? And Sheldon Adelson really wanted an ownership stake for putting up all this money. And Davis was like, no, the Raiders, that's a family thing. It's for the Davis family. You can't have any Sheldon. And Sheldon was like, okay, fuck you then. I get a cut of concessions. Every t-shirt, hat, and jersey sold in this stadium. Parking. So, dude, the Adelson family, even if they end up being as good a business people as fucking Trump and fucking Musk, they're still set for life because of that deal, that they signed with Davis to get all these ancillary revenue streams from putting up the money for the stadium, but yeah, man, I have to circle back to basketball, guys. I'm sorry. I kind of went on a rant because I'm coming off my high right now. So I apologize. But Jason, I don't know how you see it, man. I just don't see Dallas doing well. And that general manager might be the dumbest man that's running a team right now. And I say that only because he is quoted, and Shams put this out on social media, that he thinks he's going to pull Kevin Durant. There's no money. He's got no wiggle room under the cap right now. How the fuck are you going to pull Kevin Durant unless you trade like the other 10 guys at the end of the bench?
Maybe they do. It's one of the. Would you agree though? It's one of those things where it really feels like I'm just going to make these moves, and AD is a big enough star that some people may complain. I don't care, because we have an end goal, and that goal is either play ball with us or we move to Vegas. And I think they'd rather move to Vegas.
Yeah,
Dallas ain't a basketball town.
I mean, the thing is, I don't know. I'd argue when Cuban bought the team from the Perot family, that it became a basketball town because Cuban wanted a good team on the floor. And there were fits and starts, but he ends up, winning a Larry O'Brien trophy.
No one's crying if Dallas leaves.
Just people in Dallas. I mean, and even then, I mean,
that's in mind, dude. It's like the St. Louis Rams going back to LA. Is anyone in St. Louis still upset about that?
Yes.
Who?
They're furious.
Who?
Dude, why do you think the Battlehawks draw almost 30,000 people a game?
Don't know what a Battlehawk is. It could bite me in the ass tomorrow.
That would be the UFL team in St. Louis.
Look, nobody cares. It's a baseball town,
bro. And
we'll go there together, and I'll show you. We can.
I've been to both Busch stadiums. I'm good, man. The old and the new one. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. It's a baseball town. St. Louis baseball fans. St. Louis is a city. Rad. St. Louis baseball fans. Boring as fuck. Not one fight. Not enough chirping. No one's talking shit to the left fielder. They're just very nice. Like, fuck you guys, man. Bro, you don't want to catch me at a Guardians game and they're playing the White Sox. I don't give a shit if the kid was just called up. I'm going to Google where he's from and tell him I'm going to burn your fucking city to the ground. I'm just going to talk shit to him the entire time. Eric, the UFL is the merger between the XFL and the USFL. So there's only one spring league now.
Regal Esquire says that baseball is a boomer sport. Do you know what your good friend Deion Sanders said in an interview the other day about why black people don't play baseball? Oh,
this has got to be good. Deion's always good for a soundbite.
I'm surprised this hasn't been circulating more. Someone was like, Deion, what? Why? Is the sport not popular? And Deion goes, the sport's still popular. He goes, I'll tell you why. We aren't playing baseball. And he sits back and he goes, there's no fathers in the home.
What? So, okay.
I don't get it.
I don't either. I mean, hot take is the nuclear family makes more baseball players, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Yes, they were talking about black Americans. Nobody cares about Afro-Caribbeans. Just stop. The niggas ain't the same, okay? Just quit throwing them in. We're not throwing them in. If you speak Spanish or French, you're not part of this fucking discussion. Talking about black Americans, Dwight Gooden, fucking Daryl Strawberry, Mookie Betts.
Toussaint right now is like twitching. She's just like,
Pascal, just like,
yeah,
he's doing it again. Adolph's chasing us back. Oh shit! We thought we had him. Fucking-
Did somebody bring up Doug Williams again? You know?
but I'm like, when I heard that, I was like, so why do you need a dad?
Yeah, like, dude, most of the playing catch and like pickup games I played was just with the idiot kids around the neighborhood. My father was
any
never
sport. My parents weren't married. My parents got divorced when I was very young.
Yeah,
and
same.
I stayed with my dad on the weekends. Good guy, still alive. Just a little crazy. And when I was about 11 or 12, a bunch of other family was living with us at the time. So like my cousins, his second wife's nieces and nephews. And he was like, I'm going to build a basketball hoop for you guys. And we were all excited. And he worked for the school district. And so he took an old rim and a backboard. And he was going to like nail it to the garage. But he realized it was too short. So he extended it and we couldn't really help him because we were like 11 and 10. And so he did it all on his own. But when he measured, it was 11 feet.
Oh.
My father made sure I'm the worst basketball player known to Negroes.
I mean, you could also look at it this way. He ensured that your jump shot had the highest arc of all.
Oh, dude. I'm firing rooftop rainbows.
Like you lose sight of it at the top of its arc.
We were never going to dunk.
Jason, you're 6'8". Why are you just throwing layups up? Bitch. I learned how to play on an 11-foot
I learned how to play an 11-foot goal.
Jason becomes like the second coming of Manute Bowl, and he's still just throwing layups up. Jason's a big fan of the chest pass. But okay, let's look at the other part of this trade though. Like the Lakers get a couple bench pieces, right?
Mhm.
Luka, who is the feather in the cap in all this. Utah was just kind of like, I'm happy to be here.
Did you read that Utah didn't know about the trade?
Yeah.
Until like a half hour before?
Yeah. The thing is, Dallas and the Lakers put the trade together, but to make money work, they had to bring in a third team, right? And so, like, they're sitting there talking about who's got cap space. You know what, Mercutio? I hope all those Afro-Caribbean folks that Jason just demeaned and slandered, I hope they bring all the rum. Bring them all. Clear, dark, spiced, boring white people rum. Just bring it. If it's distilled with sugar and it's a rum, then let's go. Right? I'm all for it. I will not deal with this fucking rummist slander anymore. Right?
Oh, God.
But
did your father play catch with you, by the way?
My dad hates sports.
So that's a no.
Yeah, like he hated sports. You know, and the thing is, it's like this trade again, I'm just dumbfounded. And we've already had 3 big ones, right? There's 2 other ones besides Luka moving. You know, that I expected names to move, you know, especially since Butler's kind of been on strike for the past month and a half. And I don't quite understand the Jimmy Butler love in the NBA. For me, the dude is averaging less than 20 points a game, and he can dictate where he wants to play. Like, I don't quite get that. And this isn't Jimmy Butler, you know, 5 or 6 years ago. This is a dude that's 35 who's dealt with a lot of injuries now. And it can't play the same way. And he's forcing trades, right? Gets to Golden State, which I don't know what the fuck Golden State's going to do, right? And like it was a 4-team trade. So this is what we got. The Warriors get Jimmy Butler. The Heat get Andrew Wiggins in his giant overpay of a contract. Kyle Anderson, PJ Tucker. The Warriors 25 first round pick with top 10 protection. The Jazz get Dennis Schroeder. There's Utah again, everybody. Dennis Schroeder. And the Pistons get Lindy Waters III and Josh Richardson, right? And then Butler gets a 2-year, $121 million extension to stay with Golden State through 26-27. Like,
there's a super chat from Virtuoso. You want to read that?
are we in accordance that Jimmy Butler is team chemistry hitman? I mean, honestly, Virtuoso, he kind of is. Look at his last 3 stops. Dude forces his way there and in less than a year and a half wants the fuck out. Right? Minnesota, Philly, now Miami. I mean, this guy's going on his what? 5th team in 7-8 years? That's what we call a journeyman. You know, that's what we used to call them. You know? And I just, again, the guy averages less than 20 points a game, less than fucking 8 assists a game, less than 10 rebounds a game. Yeah, to hear. Yes, to hear.
So they really did go after Kevin Durant, though. It looks like they actually went after Kevin Durant, and Durant said he didn't want to go back to Oakland. Is it because of Draymond?
I mean, I would say yeah, only because Draymond's a 6'8", 250-pound asshole. You know, like the guy. I don't know, man. You know, the thing is, like Draymond, he's kind of past his day, right? Like I think we can all agree on that.
Sure.
This isn't the Draymond of like 2016, 2017, 2018, right? This dude's lost the step. His offensive game's pretty much gone. He's kind of like shit. Jason, help me out here. Who was that defensive first rebounding center? Like he was a shorter center that played for the Pistons. Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace. I was thinking more recently than
like 84.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know, but his game's more like Ben Wallace now, right? But let's spitball this one. You know, we know that Luka isn't a big defensive player. He's very, ball heavy, needs to have it in his hands. Will score in bunches. And it, whether he's got the ball in, he's a ball hog. The guy does pass well and get his teammates involved, right? Does Jimmy Butler do any of that now? No. The answer to that is no. And he just waltzed into Golden State, who has a thinner bench now, which has been a problem as, their stars get older. I mean, Steph is still doing Steph stuff, but how long is that going to last?
It feels like forever. He feels like Tom Brady.
I know. He feels like LeBron, right?
Or LeBron. Yeah. What's the age difference between those two? It's pretty big, isn't it?
No, I think it's 5 years, which I don't consider big.
Interesting. I'd have to look it up.
Here, let's check out.
Here, I'll look it up. You keep talking because you're on a roll.
But what is Jimmy Butler? Is Jimmy Butler the guy that's going to get the Warriors over the hump this season? No, he's not. And that's what really surprised me. Like you send out a lot, and granted, the Wiggins contract is not looking good now. It's like Wiggins was going into his walk year, played phenomenally, signed the big extension, and then was like, 3
years.
I don't know. It's 3 years. Wow. Yeah, I still can't believe like Steph's been in the league that long.
Yeah.
So it's just like I don't know what Golden State was thinking here. But he's not the guy that's gonna like push Golden State out of like the play-in spots. Like I don't understand the reasoning behind this, you know. And I really thought that they were going to be in on KD because it looks more and more like Phoenix is kind of raising the white flag. I think, you know, I think they're figuring out that the KD Booker, you know, pairing isn't
Marriage.
working well.
Is KD only good for one chip?
Dude, at this point, I
Uh-huh.
think maybe that might be it.
Did he only win one with the Warriors?
I believe it was only one.
Right? It was one with the Warriors. Then they got rid of him and won one more without him.
Well, they didn't get rid of him. He walked.
Regardless,
You know, he
we
was a
didn't
free
want him.
agent.
He wasn't one of us Oakland people.
Yeah. Fucking Kendrick Lamar's putting it back.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar's like, you're not coming to my video party. You're not cool.
All right, Mr. Crash, they got 2. Okay, thank you. So they got 2 rings with KD, but like it kind of seems like, you know, KD made his way to Brooklyn and that did not work out. I think we can all say that the James Harden, KD, Kyrie pairing was awful. Simmons saw more rimming out from the Kardashians. Oh my gosh. Alf. Wow.
Wow.
Alfton, I will go ahead and say that was beautiful. That was poetry.
Beautiful.
And I appreciate you for that. Thank you.
I didn't see that one coming.
I mean, is he wrong though?
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
You turn around and see that on the screen, like, oh my God.
You know, and then we have the Sacramento trade, which I don't know what Sacramento's fucking doing because, you know, they Mike Brown wins coach of the year and then gets fucking shit canned, which I think is just his plight in life because the same thing happened to him in Cleveland. You know, and then the front office pulls off this De'Aaron Fox trade. Yeah. So De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin go to San Antonio. Sacramento gets Zach LaVine from Chicago, Sidney Sissoko, a 2025 first-round pick via the Hornets, a 27 first-round pick via the Spurs, a 2031 first-round pick via the Timberwolves, 2025, 2020, and 2028 second-round picks.
That's a lot of future.
Yeah, and then Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and the Bulls get their own pick back from the Spurs in 2025. So a lot of first-round picks moved in this one. That's what I expected to see with Luka, right? I expected to see multiple first-round picks. Just, you know, the Lakers had to bite the bullet and send out that 31 pick too. And then it's like, yeah, you can have Luka and these 2 bench guys. Okay, Dallas, what do you want? Well, definitely AD. Okay.
Definitely AD.
Yeah. What else do you want besides AD? You
guys still making those real high-end Frankfurters? Yeah.
Are you? I heard LA. I heard you have great burritos. Can I get one of those?
I heard your Mexican food might be better than ours. So
yeah, dude.
Could you throw in some?
I mean, dude, I'm surprised we didn't get the player to be named later from baseball in this one. You know, like
I haven't heard that in so long.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, or maybe like the minor league trade where the kid playing in short season single A gets sent to another organization and they send back like equipment instead. You know, like
and not even equipment for the right sport. It's just a bunch of fucking
like they send a soccer goal and you know some basketballs. They're like, I don't know what we're gonna do with this, but
a shipping container of tuna. Just the most random shit.
And potato salad, you know.
But it's raisin free.
Yeah, it's been sitting in the port for about a week.
Ooh.
Might be a little ripe when you open the door, but it's something.
Ooh.
You know. But yeah, like in what I'm interested to see most is I don't think the Lakers are done. Mm-hmm. I think they'll try and package that 2031 pick. Mm-hmm. And try and get some like another name, maybe not a star.
Kevin Durant?
Dude, no, I don't think they have the money for that. I don't think they have the space under the cap or the players available to make that deal work. Because,
LeBron's son.
Ronnie ain't making shit. He's on a two-way deal,
I was just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see Pelinka just be like, you know what, LeBron, fuck you. I have had to dance on eggshells around you. Hey, LeBron, come on in. Hey, what's up? What's up, Rob? How you doing, man? Yeah, we're bringing in KD. Are you fucking kidding me? Nope. It's gonna be you, Luka, and KD. I'll try and get some guys for the veterans minimum after cuts. But yeah, we're gonna send Stiff 8, Stiff 9, and your kid.
And your kid.
What the fuck, Rob? Hey, LeBron, shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm in charge. Vice president of basketball operations. Fuck you. I signed your paychecks. Your kid's going to Phoenix. Tell him to bring some sunscreen. Fuck you. Go practice.
You know the Jedi mind tricks we've been trying to do with the sports media to convince people you didn't influence this goddamn child to bring your kid in at the NBA level?
Hey, LeBron, your kid sucks.
Tell him to do blow and bang white chicks like Michael Jordan's kid.
Yeah, but just don't get pulled over like Michael Jordan's kid.
Oh my! Well, did you see? He didn't get pulled over. He crashed and was stuck on train tracks.
Oh my gosh!
I thought he got pulled over. No.
No. It's worse. It's worse somehow.
Oh, there's a video. I watched the video, and he's like, "You guys don't want to do this," and they're like, "We want to do this," and he's like, "You don't want to do this," and they're like, "What's going on?" He starts talking. He's like, I'm Michael Jordan's son. He says, I forget his name, Sean or something like that. I forget his name. He's like, I'm Michael Jordan. So first of all, when someone tells you that, the first thing you're like, sure you are. I would have said that.
Or if you're a snarky cop, you can just be like, apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh?
Oof.
Pulled your dad over in the same position before. He was totally cheating on your mom. I don't know who cheated on their spouse more, your dad or Scottie Pippen.
Rumor has it he's not even really your dad. That's why you suck at basketball.
Yeah. Hey, so how was your playing time at Central Florida?
God damn. If I was a cop, that's what I would have done. I wouldn't even give him a ticket. I'd be like, you're fine. You're just going to get out of it and make my life hell.
Yeah. I'm going to spend 4 hours in court sitting there while you fucking plead out. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
you know what? Better yet, give me your keys. But, hey, man, what if a train comes? Ooh, rich boy going to lose his car.
I don't know, something called insurance that you have and I can't afford.
Hey, dickhead, you're already committing crimes just to commit insurance fraud and say it's fucking stolen. Get out of here. God.
Kicks him in the butt like fucking police.
Yeah, just get the fuck out of here.
You and your whore.
Dude's just like, he's just walking away. He's like, I got a taser, dude. I'll fucking use it. Okay, just get out. I told you. Just get out.
Like he really wanted the cop to, and the cops were like, no, you can't. He's like, just let me get back in the car. He goes, you know what? I just made a wrong turn. But when you see the car, it's like it's all fucked off on the tracks. Like, how did you get this far down the train tracks? Yeah.
I mean, that kid obviously has problems. And I'm going to make fun of him for it.
Because it sounded like he was having a good time.
Yeah, well, yeah, come on, man. You know, addiction's a hell of a thing to
I don't
deal
know
with.
if he was addicted. I think he was addicted to having a good fucking time.
Yeah, well, I mean, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Rick James told us that in an interview.
He wasn't even Rick James doing it. I think they found like a little bit. It wasn't like he had enough to.
Dude, if you don't partake a lot, a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah, I think he was having a regular,
My first week out of the army, I did it once. I was up for like 46 hours.
That was methamphetamine.
That was not meth because I didn't smoke it.
You can snort meth.
I didn't snort meth.
You smoked it, you said?
No, I didn't smoke
You were
it.
smoking rock cocaine?
No. I was a bouncer.
You were like, where's the deep end of the pool?
Yeah. Just chuck me into it.
I'm just gonna bungee cord jump right into the ocean.
Hey, listen, I was
hold it like so, you say.
I was a bouncer at a strip club, a lot of blow.
Oh, you were totally smoking cocaine.
Fuck you, Jason.
I was a bouncer at a strip club. I was not smoking. Mac, you were totally smoking cocaine.
I was not.
You were probably cooking that shit in the back with them hoes.
No, I didn't mess
All
around
up in the Players Club.
I can't
You and Dollar Bill.
What?
Matt butt chugged some meth.
I boofed meth. Yes, JC, that's what I did. Me and Kavanaugh right next to each other, pants down, boofing meth. Wow, like I actually talk sports pretty well for a little bit while stoned, and this is the shit I get.
Well, I'm just picturing you, and you're like, I've never done cocaine before, and you're like, oh, it's fine. Aren't I supposed to snort it? No. You smoke it out of this beautiful glass pipe.
I've watched enough crime shows to know that you don't pick up a little pipe. Okay, you don't do that. Or if they hand you the cylinder with the foil, you don't do that either. God. Fucking man.
I'm just gonna retitle this for the audio only. Mac's first time.
Yeah, that's awesome. Fucking stupendous. I literally today applied to be an editor at The Athletic, and this is gonna be why I don't get this job.
I hope they hire you double time. Like, this guy's fucking smoking crack. Yeah, we need him now. Like shit. Everything gets done when this guy's around.
He's doing all kinds of drugs. He's gonna be up for a week.
He sure is sweaty.
But for real, I did apply to be an editor.
But seriously, I did smoke crack with 47 strippers.
I did not smoke crack.
Just in the Waffle Houses.
I learned a long time ago in Fayetteville, after 8 p.m., nothing good happens in
Nothing
the Waffle
good
House.
happens in the Waffle
So
House.
You don't go over there.
In the entire state. I don't care if you're in Raleigh or Winston fucking Salem.
Yep.
If you're in a Waffle House at 2 a.m., knuckle up, bitch.
Yep. Be prepared to get your ass kicked by a fucking worker because they take no bullshit.
None. And you don't, I mean, if you're working that shift, it's like, oh. But if you're decent to them, you can have a fucking party at a Waffle House at 2 a.m.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. Like, I used to go in there, like, fucking drunk as shit, just get, like, my waffle and hash browns, which were, like, $8, and leave, like, a $20 tip. And every time I'd walk in, dude, I could come in and, like, haggard. He had the skyline of Cincinnati tattooed on his stomach.
Jesus Christ.
Right? And he had a, oh, man, you know, like when he got drunk, that's how I talked. And like we were at the strip club and it was right before my last deployment, and we got like complimentary shot glasses that said Secrets on it, Secrets Cabaret. And he got so drunk, he goes to like, he's like, I gotta get out of here. So he goes to the car and he throws up and continues to throw up in the shot glass.
Oh,
so he's just got this like line of puke down his shirt. And we get to the door of the Waffle House, and the waitress that always waits on us was like, "Oh, baby, what did you do?" And Hager's like, I wasn't feeling well, and my shot glass got filled really quick. Okay. And she's just like, "What?" And Cargill was just like, dude, don't acknowledge what he's saying right now. And she's like, "Okay, baby, we got you." She puts like black coffee out, some water, you know, fucking. What you want, baby? You want some waffles? And he's like, "Oh, you know, waffles be really, really good right now. Can I have butter?" No, you don't want butter. You've been throwing up. Well, I mean, yeah, you're probably right. You know, just took care of him, and then fucking straight up gives him free food for showing up like a drunken lecher. And we're just like, "Where's our free stuff?" And she's like, "Did you come in here covered in puke?" And we were like, "No."
That's why the Waffle House is magic. Yeah. Virtuoso, thank you for the super chat. Dana White should buy all the Waffle House chains. He should.
That could be a good feeder system for the UFC. Yes, I agree.
But when you walk into the Waffle House, it'll be like this. It'll be like Here
it comes! Oh
my God! I mean, if Jim Ross actually wants to do some work he should just start calling fights at the Waffle House because he's not doing it in AEW anymore. Yeah.
Can you imagine if Jim Irv Gotti died?
What?
Irv Gotti died.
Oh.
Ambrosia for Heads just announced this. Irv Gotti has been declared dead. In his career, Irv had a heavy hand in the careers of several superstars, including DMX, rest in peace, Jay-Z, Ja Rule, rest in peace to your career, and Ashanti. Born Irving Lorenzo, the artist first known as DJ Irv, produced Can I Live for Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt, and later Can I Get a. During the same period, Irv was managing and producing fellow Queens artist Mike Geronimo. Oh, remember Mike Geronimo? Mike worked with Jay on his first 2 albums. I did not know that, along with X and Ja. While Mike G was signed to Blunt/TVT, Irv Gotti established his presence at Def Jam, where he executive produced and provided multiple beats on X's full-length debut, It's Dark and Hell is Hot. That same year, Def Jam gave Irv his own imprint, Murda Inc., pulling its name from a purported group by Jay-Z, X, and Ja. The Inc. became a household name in music, releasing several platinum Ja Rule albums, successful R&B output by Ashanti, and high-profile soundtracks and compilations. Many of those releases highlighted Irv Gotti's production. With a pedigree for discovering talent and producing hits, Gotti was recruited for songs by Fat Joe, Jennifer Lopez, Eve, and others, often involving Murda Inc. acts. The executive was prominently featured in music videos and branding, enhanced by a high-profile feud with 50 Cent and G-Unit that lasted over 25 years.
Nigga, what?
Gotti touted his connections in the street, including ties to Kenneth Supreme McGriff, as well as industry alliances with Nas, Suge Knight, Whitney Houston, and others. Even as his label declined in the 2010s due to federal investigations, controversies, and revolving distributors, Gotti remained a star. He brought his bigger-than-life and tell-all personality to reality television and high-profile Drink Champs interviews while producing songs for Kanye West.
Wow,
Irv Gotti has left the building.
He really worked with some winners there.
That's man. Another person that is not that much older than me is dead. And
dude, I just found out my buddy, who's 3 years younger than me, has congenital heart failure.
Jesus Christ! I think I told you this. I accidentally put together a reunion for my high school, and I went to a pretty small high school. So now it's the class of 96, 94, and my year, 95. It's our 30 year. And I found out one of my I haven't talked to him in years, but he has a pacemaker.
God damn.
It's, we're at that age where I think we realize we're older because we joke about it on this show all the time. But until you get in a room that probably smells like Ben Gay.
Yeah. And like shame. Because like you're too old to do some of the things you did when you were younger, but you did it the night before the reunion, and now you just like you forgot to wash the stripper glitter off your face.
I let's be honest. I'm just there for all the divorcees. Right?
Yeah.
It's a different time.
Newry, to answer your question, McGregor, I knew he was a twat when he is a champ and never defended either belt once.
Damn.
So,
call him
really
a bitch.
Straight up bitch. And now he is a, serial sexual harasser. He's like the Irish Deshaun Watson. So that's a trade we didn't fucking talk about.
Deshaun Watson?
No, Myles Garrett straight up just saying, I want to trade out of Cleveland.
That was sad to me.
I don't blame him.
It just made me sad because I really felt like he was part of this foundation of a really good defense.
Yeah, and then Andrew Berry wasted it by burning important draft capital. See, and the thing is, this Deshaun Watson trade isn't just the 3 first-round picks, the wasted years, the litigation. It is wasting years of Nick Chubb and Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward's prime.
Yeah.
That they cannot get back. Right? And the thing is, Barry can recoup some of those picks. Like if I'm Andrew Barry, I'm like, you want Myles Garrett? You knock my socks off with a serviceable replacement and 2 first-rounders. That's where I would start. Right? And I don't budge off those 2 first-rounders. You know? But like I love Myles Garrett. He's been a stand-up dude. He's been an awesome guy for Cleveland. He loves Cleveland. But, dude, he was getting there as Joe Thomas was getting out. Why the fuck? And this is why I love Joe Thomas. Dude's from Wisconsin, gets drafted by Cleveland, falls in love with the city, and just stays and has a Hall of Fame career. Dude, if I'm Joe Thomas, probably after my first contract, I'm looking at the front office like, dude, get me the fuck out of here. You guys are all dumb. I can only deal with so much stupid, and you've pushed me way past my limit. But he stayed.
Lifetime.
Right? And with Garrett, dude is the only player in NFL history to have 14 sacks in 4 straight seasons. Damn. Fucking nuts. Dude is a physical specimen, a leader, just a guy who fucking put it all out there for the city of Cleveland. And I haven't seen one Cleveland fan that was like, man, fuck Myles Garrett. And all of them are like, that's it. That's exactly it, Virtuoso. He wants to win a Super Bowl. That's what he wants. He's like, in his statement, he's like, I didn't come here to break the NFL sack record. I came here to win Super Bowls. And he's not going to get it in Cleveland. Not with that front office. Fuck no. I'm going to tell you right now, I can take an edible 3 times more than what I usually take. And I probably can still do a better job than Andrew Barry at this point.
Damn.
Jason will be my salary cap guru, though. So we might get fucked. I don't know, though. Can you guys just imagine like Jason and I in Berea, where the headquarters is, just sitting there like on a Tuesday? We're watching the practice field, and Jason's just like, I thought this would be more fun. And I'd just be like, you know what? Me too. We do a lot of watching from this window. Should we call somebody? We should. We should call somebody. And then we just like order pizza.
So on the screen, do you remember many moons ago when we were kids, there'd be these commercials, like there'd be a 1-800 number, and then there's something you could do. Talk to singles, a party line, talk to Corey Feldman and Corey Haim. And then as the 80s turned into the 90s.
Before you go on, you want to know the 800 number that I called that has left the biggest mark? I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the second Robin, Jason Todd, in Batman?
In which Batman? In the TV show?
No, in the comic books.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Right? So okay, Jason Todd was a very disliked character. He replaced Dick Grayson as Robin.
Yes. Okay.
Every fan hated him. So DC does a 1-800 number, and they say simply, should we kill Robin? Yes or no? And the vast majority of people voted yes, myself included, at like 8 years old. And 3 issues later, we see Jason Todd bludgeoned to death with a crowbar and then blown up by the Joker. Yes, Virtuoso, he would be brought back in a shorter kind of Bucky Captain America span 25 years later as Red Hood. But we voted to kill him, Jason. That's what I did with my 800 number experience as a child.
I've already told my 800 number story on the show. I need to tell again. Check this out.
What makes people all over America break down and cry like this? Call 1-900.
Being a Browns fan.
What's fun? What the first thing I thought when I saw this?
It was the Browns mental health line.
The first thing I thought when I saw this was there was a moment where people thought to monetize emotions and it didn't translate well, and it ends up turning into Miss Cleo, right? We can do this with fortune telling is the same thing. Having a palm reader on here say some bullshit that you want to hear is better than having someone call up and cry. And we're charging them for it now, like a suicide prevention line, which is free. This is now what social media has devolved into.
Oh yeah.
Let me monetize my tears for some sort of attention, whether I can literally monetize it or if I can get some social credit from it. Some positive attention and comments that I can use for something. But I find this interesting that there was a time when people just fucking, I don't have anyone in my life and I'm going to call an 800. I don't know how many people actually call this fucking number.
Oh, Nuri, that's gross. Why would you say that,
$2 for the
Nuri?
first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. If you're under 18, ask your parents before you call. 1-900-9099-CRY.
Hi,
Man,
Corey
you
Haim
know-
and Corey Feldman are giving
You
out
know,
their
if your
personal
parents
numbers.
found out
If
you
you
were
call
calling that cry number,
1-900-909-3700,
They would hit you and be like, "I'll give you something to cry."
If you called the cry number, if you called any of these numbers, you were going to get in trouble. I do have to show you this thing though, Mac, because you have to understand Custard Habibi. Custard Habibi is a character now on TIR that we're going to make fun of, like Joey's wife.
Oh, wow.
Where it's not, we don't do a voice for Custard Habibi. It's just a thing. But before I show you Custard Habibi, I have to show you this. You remember this?
Dad, can
Wait,
you
what year were you born?
81.
You might not remember this. It's funny. To me, it's funny.
fix this?
Sure, buddy. Go to bed. Now!
Are you sure your drinking isn't hurting anyone? Something to think about.
I can't look at his dad like, you fucking incompetent piece of shit.
Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, fuck you. You go to bed, you drunk fucker. Shit.
You're gonna pass
out in the
out
next 5 minutes anyway.
You're gonna pass out a pile of your own piss in that chair.
In that chair. Oh, pissy ass chair, Dad. You suck, Dad. Wait, is this the one? No, that's not the one. So I found this guy. Someone that comes on the show sent me this guy's video. And Mac, I think I might have sent it to you, but I laughed for 6 straight minutes and there were just tears streaming down my face. And I went down a rabbit hole. Oh, so this is the chiropractor, by the way, to show you the chiropractor.
И последний раз наше упражнение на экстендеры спины. Замочек фиксируем за спиной, руки вверх. Схватили. Взлетаем. Дышим. Увеличиваем экстензию. С моментом ротации.
He's definitely inside her right now. He's definitely inside her.
That is not a chiropractor.
That
But
is Deshaun Watson.
Is that why he got in trouble?
Yeah.
So, Mac, I found this guy. He makes songs based off Tinder messages.
Yes, you sent me a couple of them.
Okay. Just sit back and enjoy.
Okay.
My pasta sauce is gonna melt your noodle beans. Noodle bean. LOL, and yes, I'm so damn tired. Turn on your fucking baseline. You ever seen a real man's butthole? It goes, it goes, it goes. What in the actual
I think that begs the question, everybody. Have you seen a real man's butthole? When you all close the laptop or set your phone down, give that a thought. Just give that a thought. Jason's gonna text me at like 3 a.m. like, bro, I haven't seen a real man's butthole. and I was in a van with like 5 other dudes for a long time.
Oh my god. Coach looks at how is that different from an average dad? The dude yelling at his kid about the car. Jesus.
Go to bed.
Go to bed. I can't fix this bullshit.
You know where it was from? Did you see where it was from? Ontario. So that kid was being passive aggressive in a very Canadian way. I'm going to be respectful, but you will know I am disappointed in your actions right now.
Did you see Mercutio said Jason lives near TJ? There is still time for him to see a real man's butthole.
Shit, Jason, you can see a donkey's butthole if you want.
Oh my god. Every
Jason,
time
Jason, I was a medic, so yeah, I've seen a lot of butthole. Doc, hey man. Hey, what's going on, dude? You got a minute? All right, let's go to the aid station. All right, so what's up, dude? Yeah, so like I was shitting after PT and like burned real bad. God, dude, did you put something in your butt? Oh, fuck no, dude. I don't do that. All right, man. Did you take a shower after you shit? Yeah, dude, that's gross if you don't. Okay, cool. Pull your pants. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? You're the medic, man. What is it? Oh god, it's green. Why is it on your butthole? I don't know, dude. Doc, just make it go away. Why does it hurt so bad? And that's why I told the boys, Jason, don't fuck with the medic because you're going to come upon a problem and they're going to spitball and figure it out. They're probably going to give you a Z-Pack, give you fucking like a saline drip just to make sure you're hydrated because you probably went in there drunk as shit. And then eventually that'll go away. And then you'll be very thankful to that particular line medic who saved your whatever disease you had in your butt.
There's a woman on one of the balloon pop shows that admitted that she had herpes, and she told how she got it, and she said she had felt a bump on her butt and thought it was an ingrown, popped it, and she said it burned, and it kept burning, and then she went to the doctor and they told her what it was, and then all the dudes just started popping.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, man, how bad has it gotten when this is what you wanted to props for full disclosure. Thank you.
I typically think that's like a 4th date conversation. Not like you pop a balloon to like show you're not interested situation. You know, like, oh, she's cool. And you go out a couple times. Maybe you're a gentleman, you know, and then like date 4, you see she's had a couple drinks before you got there. And she's like, I got something to tell you. I have herpes in my butthole. You know, like, I don't think that's a introductory conversation.
Herpes in my butt. I look, I don't know what's worse, telling me on date 4, date 1, or right before I'm finna go in.
Yeah. I mean, Jason, that's something you should be on the lookout for, because when you find the flattest of butts and you're getting ready to like, you know, what do you do when you go produce shopping? You check produce before you purchase. You know, maybe you have to start being like, excuse me, my flat butt goddess, may I inspect your butthole for herpes?
I'm mad at you because I have a date this weekend.
Oh, Nuri said burpees, like butt herpes.
Say potato if you're in.
Hey, you want my first match? A day to try to make a better first message.
potato, Elizabeth.
BTW, if you don't mind me asking this, why are you on Tinder? Personally, I think I'm not much into serious stuff.
Say potato, say potato, say potato, say potato, say
You don't
This
know.
this guy is a genius.
He's a fucking genius. If you don't know, if you're on dating apps and you match with someone and they start talking to you real quick, and the first thing they say is, I don't really like these messaging things. Let's switch to WhatsApp. It's a bot.
No, yeah, definitely.
Or it's a person that's going to swindle you. Or
Yeah, see, I've noticed that when I I don't know, put resumes in for jobs, and they're like, let's set up a message for WhatsApp. And I'm like, bro, get fucked.
Yeah.
You can get fucked. God, I hate this society we live in.
It's so that shit, it happens to everybody because they just go find a regular person's profile, steal the photos. I don't know what every person in my age range fucking looks like.
No.
And that's if you don't go say potato first, right? And they're just talking like you're not saying anything, that's letting you know that that is a bot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, that's Oh
Oh
my God.
You can ask him about the custard and BB.
I'm just gonna open up every date, even in person, just to be like, say potato.
Oh, I didn't show you this ass whooping. Look at this ass whooping.
You're calling a douchebag.
That guy.
Yeah, go step out on the fucking street right now. See what happens to your ass.
Okay.
You fucking little
Y'all
weasel.
videotape
Yeah,
away.
you little bitch.
Why don't I
Fuck
show
you.
you a foot of
I don't give a
friggin'
fuck what
water.
you say. Get the fuck
Get out
out
of
of
my
here.
face.
Fuck you, you pussy bitch.
Let's go. What the fuck? Come on. Come on, motherfucker.
Bad camera work.
Jesus.
Start throwing some knees, you big bitch. Come on.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh,
Are you fucking crazy?
yeah.
Are you fucking crazy?
Damn.
You're calling a douchebag.
Beat the shit out of that man.
You know what? Fuck him. He deserves it. Don't go up to somebody's house running your fucking mouth. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Because, like,
It's never gonna.
I'm not just going to hit you hard enough to get that same thud. When you're on the ground screaming, get at me! I'm going to teabag you just out of spite. Just out of spite. And the thing is, it's not going to be with my like my shorts on or my sweats on. I'm dangling the teabag just from the nose to the
Jesus.
forehead. Just, you're getting it. I'm fucking tired of these people, man. Especially if you knock on my door, ring my doorbell, acting like a goddamn idiot, and you look like that.
Talking
Like,
all that shit.
Bro, I'm not an Adonis, but that guy looked easily 240 of chewed bubble gum fucking crammed in a trash bag, okay? Like, that's what his body style was. You know? That's right, Mr. Crash. I'm just gonna like drag my nuts from your nose to your forehead and be like, say potato, bitch. And they're just gonna be like, what? I don't get it. Like, oh my God. Say potato.
You're not real. You're not real. These are ads in Mexico, by the way.
Getting this
Oh my God.
I think that is brilliant editing. That is awesome. I can't be mad about that.
Like, what? Did you see that?
That's amazing. I think that's hilarious.
I think it's fun. Okay, so someone asked the other day, is a butt too long? And I said, yes. 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 Of course,
Okay.
the butt's too long. I'm not looking for a flat butt. I'm looking for a long butt. I'm looking for a teardrop. I'm looking for an upside down heart. You guys got it twisted and think everything because you guys are sprung on these fucking BBLs. I'm looking for the real deal.
Don't let Jason lie to you guys. He's looking for an aircraft carrier, just
No,
something he can
I'm
land a
looking
plane
for-
on.
This is too much. Oops.
She don't gotta talk. She's real quick.
Gosh,
That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, JC, that is an extension of the spinal cord there. That's exactly what that is. Like, I think that woman had a tail.
Oof.
You could see it wiggling when she took a break.
I'm trying to find the one that they wanted me to play you with the dad. There was one with this dad. It was really fucking funny.
Yeah, Mr. Crash, I think her, like, that long back muscle just ran right into her hamstrings. Like, there was no gluteus muscle there. It just was one continuously long muscle.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
No.
That was frightening how flat that was. That's just not.
That's not cool.
No.
And it's gonna twerk because then it's the bottom cheek that tries to like, and then it looks like a weird mouth talking.
Yeah.
It's just a lot going on that I'm not ready for.
Yeah. I don't think we're ever going to be ready for that. Like, I just don't. It's not something I'm really interested in, if we're being honest.
Have you seen this crazy black woman from New York that was catfished into thinking she had a 18-year-old husband in Lebanon?
That's like a meshing of the two shows I hate most, Catfish and 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, it was a nightmare. The woman won't leave.
Oh, God. She just gets on a plane and goes to Lebanon, and like the Lebanese government's like, ma'am, you have to go. And she's like, mm-mm.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not leaving until you give me my money. And they're like, what money? She's like, the money you owe me. What?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. And I don't know whether to cry or laugh or both. This is why I love ninjas, by the way.
You can do both.
Yeah. Leave me alone. Breaking into someone's apartment.
Hey!
How can you not love ninjas?
That was the worst. Just
Home Alone. They stole everything from ninjas.
That's not a ninja. That is Kevin McAllister, who failed out of college trying to rob a hotel just to get his fucking fix. That's what that is.
I'm mad that ninjas like I can't be bothered as I break into this very well lit hotel room, and I usually climb up the wall, but for this one, I'm just gonna go break a lock like a common thief.
Yeah, I used the elevator to get up here. People looked at me really weird when they were standing next to it. Excuse me, Mr. Ninja, what floor? 12, please.
He doesn't even say just like this. He's like,
You're a very polite ninja. Thank you.
I saw that. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
We were a child of a weird time. That's what we were, Jason. The 80s.
Someone recorded a house party in 1982, and it looks like it's the most fun ever, but it also looks like before the camera started rolling, those people did a lot of drugs.
Well, I mean, I get it. It was the 80s.
Here, check this out. And it's really the 80s because only in the 80s would someone zoom in because you have the button.
Mm-hmm.
If this was fake, no one would know to zoom in. That's a very 80s thing to do when you just got a camera.
Yeah, and the thing is, he got the camera yesterday and was showing that first tape he put in. He was just showing off all the functions of it. You know, he's like, I can even rewind it so we can tape over it. And they're like, what?
What in the year 4000 is this, bro? Yeah,
This shit's crazy.
on the black hand side. It's all black people, and apparently they talk like that in movies. That white people, right? I've never had a black person tell me on the black hand side.
No.
Which is kind of disappointing.
It's like we missed a formative thing in our life.
Yeah, like that's all I wanted. I just wanted one black. Hey, young brother on the black hand side, down low.
Yeah. Well, I mean, our situations would be different because I'm just happy when I get, you know what, you're not too bad for a white dude.
Oof.
And I'm like, I'll take that.
You're like, that's like black hand side.
Yeah, you know. That's like, you know what? You can come by yourself to the barbecue, but you're not allowed to talk.
First also says only 3 people showed up. That's a real fucking party. See how small that place was? Shit. It wasn't like them big niggas had room for much more. Shit.
I mean, and it looked like a funhouse party because the last like after party I went to, I walked in with like a case of beer and I heard the primary discussion was the pros and cons of a vegan diet. And at that point, I was like,
fuck that.
I do not want to hear this. I don't want
You
to.
should have been at the 82 party. You should have gotten your fucking DeLorean and drove over to see what the fuck.
Dude, I've already decided if that happens, I'm going to go back in time. 1, to beat the shit out of Mahatma Gandhi. And 2, I want to watch Lee Harvey Oswald shoot JFK. I just want to watch.
What if he really did, and you're there, and you're like, oh no shit? Would you just like come back home after that?
Dude, I'd call you up and be like, hey man, I just got back from time travel. He fucking really did it.
Dude, I was there.
Yeah.
I was literally there.
Dude's that good of a shot. Couldn't believe it. Jason's just like, you didn't try and stop him? Oh man, I don't fuck with the space.
Nah, why would I fucking? I'm not ruining shit. Butterfly wing, brother. Butterfly wing.
Yeah, I don't. No, thank you.
Let's look more at the downfall of society before you go.
It was JFK's time.
But she's someone that's your type?
She's attractive.
Okay, cool. Why do we end up popping his?
I think just off of the paint, the spray for the hair. That's the only reason. Otherwise, he looks like a very nice gentleman.
Do you have anything to say?
Hey, this is a barber thing. It's a New York thing. It's an Atlanta thing. So when you become,
it's not really a bad thing. I'm sorry.
No, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it's I'll let you speak about it, but it's a New York thing. It's an Atlanta thing. Okay. You know, so you pay a couple of extra dollars when you get one of these. So yeah, so this is
a couple of dollars. Have somebody spray paint hair in your hair where you don't have hair.
Bro, the thing is, this is the sign of a man grasping at straws, trying to save his dignity, because the look on his face before he started talking was, I'm going to cry in front of all these people.
Dude, I felt kind of bad.
This was
yeah,
his
he was
face.
just like, but I got this Gucci fucking sweatshirt. This. I think this is the butthole girl. This is the butthole girl.
Is this the butthole girl?
I popped my balloon because you are very fine
No, this is not a butt. This isn't the butthole girl. Sorry.
Okay.
down to the ankles.
I do what I can.
I just it's a pet peeve of mine when men wear pants that don't cover their ankles. So that was why I popped.
So why'd you end up popping your balloon?
He said the smile thing, and I'm not much of a smiler or a laugher. I'm more serious, so.
As the young people say, we're cooked.
Yeah,
I actually always wear pants that show my ankles because fuck you, my ankles are beautiful.
Jason's ankles need to breathe when he's wearing a band.
I'm showing my ankles right now. Can you see? Can you see,
bro? You would be
pull a hamstring.
You'd be hot stuff in like Afghanistan. Did you see Jason? Oh yeah, that American's so fucking hot. You see that ankle bone?
Getting him. I'm hitting him with the ankles every time. Feel nothing. Feel nothing.
Jason's gonna go on that date tomorrow. You're just gonna see him put his legs up on another chair, just cross his feet, and be like, "You like that?"
She's gonna be like, "Ooh, are those your ankles?" Yep. Yep.
Ever seen a finer, more defined pair of ankles than that?
You ever seen a real man's ankles?
Just walk up to her and be like, "Say potatoes."
Like, I was like, look, I didn't even have to peg these. This is just how short they are. Take that.
With the money I save on not having to peg my jeans, something real nice.
I'm so scared to read the comments. I can't see them. This is a real place somewhere, Mac. Would you ever go to this? If you were on a date with someone and they were like, "Oh, I know this great little fucking place," and you go to the place and this is one of the games, they're like, "Win me a prize."
All right, let's see. What do we got? No. No. Oh, and of course, someone in the comments put the Trump dancing thing. Oh, man. Trump in a glory hole is like the fucking stuff nightmares are made of. That's right. You're going to give it all to me.
Can you imagine Trump talking dirty to you at the glory hole place is the boner murderer. That's even a boner killer. That's a boner murderer.
Dude, I took 14 Viagra and I'm limp because of that fucker.
What is this? I don't even know what this is.
What do you get when you guzzle down sweets?
Type 2 adult onset diabetes.
Okay, that's what that was. Sorry. I'm looking for one particular one that they told me to play for you.
Wilford Brimley. I'm sure he had a great career, and this is what we remember him for. Type 2 adult onset diabetes.
Nobody cares about him in Cocoon. Poor guy. I'm trying to find this one thing they want me to show you, and I can't find it. Damn it.
Poor girl's butthole.
And I can't find the butthole video. I've been saving so much. Oh, but you know what I did find?
Hi, my name is Alexa, and I was just sending this video. I would love to meet new people and communicate with anybody that would like me to put a smile on their face. Can't wait to hear from you. Bye.
Prison Connect.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. They got their own page now, by the way.
Oh, that's...
Do you ever ask yourself, hey, what happened to all my favorite... Where did they go? See, it does this thing where it resets on me all the time.
I know, I hate that shit. Just if I want to scroll and try and find some shit, just let me scroll and find some shit. Don't
fucking reset on me. Okay, here it is. I love freestyle music of the 80s, and I would still smash a lot of these people, just by the way. Yep. That's who that is. The Cover Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Cover Girls? Show me you. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Mac. It's still smash. I have no shame in that at all.
Jason Cody. Bro, did I ever tell you I fucked the Cover Girls? And be like,
whoa!
They were so hot back in the day. He's like, nah, last week. And they're just
that's
like,
all. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing is whatever was nice. Hey, man, she's hella fucking the Cover Girls. Yeah, I have shallow Hal vision, and all I see is whatever was fucking going on in 1984. That's all I see.
Jason's like, you know what? I don't have to worry about them getting pregnant.
There you go. I
Jason's
believe
like,
it.
Drop loads in 1, 2, 3 of them. 3.
Someone said her legs looking up.
She had to strengthen her legs to be able to walk in those boots.
Dude,
arthritic knees are
Mac,
not pleasant.
First of all, it's all of the groups from back in the day. Jason would also make them beat. I would tell you like, hey, I made this. I was thinking about you the other night.
And guess what, baby? Got you some new tracks.
Hey, you got your grandkids this weekend? No? All right.
Yes.
You gonna pop out them false teeth for me? Oh, Jason, you know I will. Oh,
yes.
Just gonna gum the tip, aren't you?
Oh my God, you're over here talking dirty. You fucking dude. I'm on the page all the time and sending shit to people going smash. I don't even send contacts. I just go smash. Who is this? Lisa? Smash. Jason, where were you? You didn't come to Saturday show. Lisa came over from the Cult Jam. Yeah, that's got the life. Yes, that Lisa. Isn't she a grandma? I don't know. We don't talk about that.
Actually,
fucking Jam City. You don't talk about that shit at Jam City.
After I took her to Jam City, we took a stop at she showed me pictures in her wallet of her grandkids. I literally blew a load all over her face. And she's like, oh, that was nice, baby. And she just wiped it off her face and then onto the blanket and then reached in her purse and pulled out the pictures. It was
and then gave me some hard candies and said, take a nap.
She said, there's a originator for all your hard work. Now, please, mama needs a nap.
After one round, she said she had to watch her stories. It was just done. And I was like, this is way cooler than anyone, even my own age. Oh, Lisa, I wanted to impress you. Impress me? Does your dick get hard? Yeah, that's enough.
Now, are you busting like dusty loads or are they full loads? I mean, they're full as far as I know. I mean, okay, we good.
All right, that's good. It's fine. Just give me one, okay? Just give me one good one.
And preferably from chin down. Okay, I don't want nothing.
Remember Debbie Deb?
What happened to 84? You know what happened to me? When I
Yes. Wait, say it, Debbie. You're gonna tell me you're not gonna? I've got half a chub just thinking about being serenaded by that shit. You guys are fucking assholes.
Did you
if you're not trying to fuck hang.
Virtuoso said Dusty Loads is my wrestling name.
Dusty Loads. Dusty Loads.
Virtuoso wakes up to find a lawsuit pressed against him because Cody Rhodes is angry about him. You can't make fun of his dad like that.
Oh, Taylor Dane? Smash.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's meme off and get it. That's only fucking whenever I see his videos, that's all I think. Meme off and get it. We can't play those clips for too long. Who is this? I know. Sherelle. Oh. I would stop right there. It's like, baby, just wear flats. We good.
Yeah, don't.
I love
don't
you
try
just the
and
way you are. Just wear flats.
anything.
You know what? Go ahead and get them flip flops on. That's fine.
Yeah, Mr. Crash, it was. That was the song that Kendrick used in Squabble Up.
Somebody wrote first look, GMAX 711. Sherelle can still get it. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm gonna fucking Saturday.
GMAC 1711. That's actually Jason's burner account. So.
Oh. Would you believe me if I told true story?
Is that a concert in a loading bay of a warehouse? Because that's what that looks like. Well, I guess everything can be a stage if you're creative. Yeah. It's like Steel Dragon from the Rockstar movie with Mark Wahlberg, where he plays like a tribute band lead singer and ends up fronting the band. Jennifer Aniston was in it too.
Yep. Do you know what? You know who that is? One of your Ohio people. That is the true story that got stolen from Tim Ripper Owens.
I didn't know that.
He loved Judas Priest. He was part of a Judas Priest tribute band. And when Rob Halford left the band when he was coming out, they were looking for someone, and someone sent them a videotape of Tim Owens' tribute band. They're like, oh, he's perfect. He sounds like Rob. True story. That is Tim Ripper Owens' life story. I believe even the characters from Ohio.
The movie is based out of like Pennsylvania. I know that.
They changed just enough to not pay him, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say he saw nothing from that entire thing. Did he? Yeah.
Nothing. I think he ended up because Rob Halford came back and he went back and opened a bar. I forget the part of Ohio he's from. Where are you from? You're from outside of Cleveland?
Cleveland, baby.
He's from, I think, the Kent area. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, so he's not far.
All day Smash. Expose? All day.
I mean, Jason, you know what the motto of Kent State University is, right?
We shoot our students so you don't have to.
That was the earlier one. It's actually can't read, can't write, Kent State.
Man, you said that was the earlier.
Yeah. We kill your kids so you don't have to. Ohio National Guard.
Do you remember the singer Tiffany?
Smash.
Oh, without seeing, you're saying smash. Without seeing, you're saying smash. Just say it.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Who watching the show? We just lost all the female listeners, by the way. I hope they appreciate the honesty.
Means TV is going to get a sternly worded email. Like, I listen to Beyond the Red Zone for.
Oh, I already fucked up, dude.
And information, and Jason's over here talking about smashing 60-year-old pop stars.
I already fucked up because they cut a clip of kayfabe, and the clip they cut is towards the end. I thought it was really cool, and people were commenting on it, right? And one commenter, the first comment said, "Why don't you explain what this word means? I had to look it up. And it doesn't make sense to me." And I didn't say anything. And someone else said, "Oh, this is what it means. I looked it up myself." And then another comment after that said, "You can kind of tell from what the context is of this snippet what they're talking about. But this is what it means." And I responded to that person that it's kind of funny because this is a snippet and you're supposed to watch the whole thing.
I mean, it's like when I'm trying to like walk my daughter through writing, like a writing project. I'm like, your intro is your thesis statement in the hook.
You lay it out in the introduction. Now, again, they cut a clip from the conclusion. It's a trailer that they cut from the conclusion. So that guy got mad.
In a world of bad politics, Jason Myles tries to break it down.
That dude got mad at me responding to the guy that responded to the guy that responded to the guy. He got mad. He goes, he said, well, you should just lay it out there. And I was like, this is a trailer and it's laid out. The whole reason that they put this up is so you watch the entire thing.
Yeah.
He then got mad again.
About what?
He said, I did. He goes, you didn't say what it meant. I said, I worked on this for 3 years.
Yeah, dude, you've literally put
And
years of
this
your life into this.
I said in the conclusion, I said they cut a clip. This is a snippet of an entire thing. And you're telling me the entire thing doesn't lay out the definition? That's how he actually wrote a comment before the show started. And I was like, if I respond, I'm the asshole now. But I can't keep calling this guy fucking asshole.
No.
And it's on the means. It's on there.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I've been a wrestling fan for a long time. And I read a book about the history of professional wrestling where I learned where all these terms came from. And literally the guy was like, no one knows the formation of the word kayfabe because it was an old carny word.
Yeah. It's from vaudeville.
Yeah. Back in like the fucking 1850s, man.
Yeah.
Like, and it just took on a meaning and it was a long thing that got chopped down to short. And now this is what we have, you know? So like, bro, you literally can, if you didn't want to, you know, Webster's dictionary definition, just go to Wikipedia, dude.
He's very upset. And I sat there and I was like, am I being the asshole here? And I was like, don't respond, first of all, because it's not on your page. B, you're responding in the This Is Revolution account.
Yeah.
Probably not good. And C, this person is going to keep defending themselves because everything in a comment section is a fight, even when it's not.
Yeah.
So it makes the most sense to not be like, look, dude, go fuck yourself. I can't and shouldn't do that. And it's a waste of time, ultimately.
Yeah. Like I tried explaining tariffs to someone today and how they work. And it just kept doubling down that the country, you know, pays for the tariff. And so I just took that first clip from Ferris Bueller and I attached it and I sent it to him. And I'm like, just watch. If you're more of a visual learner, Ben Stein lays it all out there for you, man. Just please have at it. And then, not even kidding, dude, 15 minutes later, so about 3 minutes after he watched it, he comes back with, this Ben Stein just sounds like a lib.
Wow, you don't know Ben Stein.
Yep.
Everybody's smart as a lib.
Yeah. You know, so at that point, I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to step away from this one. I'm reading a phenomenal book right now, which I was more interested in. I was like, I'm going to go read. You know, I'm going to expand my mind to make up for the fact that you don't have 2 functioning brain cells in your cranium. You know,
we have to cut this because you said, and we're already past your time, but so Max said, sight unseen, smash. Max said it.
Dude, she was my first like real crush, man.
Oh, and she did a Playboy spread too. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I owned it. That was the one thing my father left me that was worth anything was his Playboy fucking subscription. That I stole that issue. You know. Let's see what she looks like now.
Tiffany and Taylor Dane doing "Tell It to My Heart." Smash, by the way.
You know what? I'll take a Viagra and bow smash.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
All day.
Yep.
You people that are like, oh no, I can't. Snobs.
Before I go, does everybody remember Mark Grace?
The player? Oh God.
Left-handed first baseman for the Chicago Cubs. Spent his last 2 years in Arizona. And when he retired, he became the play-by-play man for the Diamondbacks. About 2 years later, our buddy Mark is drunk as shit on a live broadcast of an Arizona Diamondbacks game.
Yes, he is.
And they were like, Mark, what happened when you found yourself in a slump? You know, you finished your career batting like 313, 315. You know, you were known for being a consistent on-base presence. Mark Grace on live regional television in the Arizona area, you know, Phoenix, Tempe, maybe Mesa. I don't fucking know. Goes, you know what I do, man? I got me a slump buster.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, what? A slump buster. You know, like after a game, you go 0 for 3, maybe get a walk. You're not traveling till the next morning anyway to the next destination, and you just go out to the bar, man, and you get the fattest woman that you can find in there because you know she's not going to say no.
Oof.
And you just fuck her.
Oh, he said all those things.
And get it all out of your system.
Oh,
and he's like, every time I did that, next day, 3 for 4, a couple RBIs.
I remember that. That was not a nice thing to say.
No, and then Mark Grace found himself unemployed about 2 days later. So,
even back then, people were like, I don't think you should say that, Mark. It sounds
so
like a sexual assault.
Keep that in mind. Okay. So don't take Mark Grace's advice. If you're going to do something, consenting adults, that's the beyond the red zone rule. Consenting adults make sexual decisions. Okay. So if she consents, maybe, you know, you're going to get out of your slump. But if she says no, your slump would just have to continue.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
You know,
what I'm saying is that I'm all in. Regardless, I'm just all in. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. But see, what scares me about you being all in is Tiffany is like down in Rosarito for like a mall concert.
Oof.
And you're like, Mac, you need to get down here. Let's Eiffel Tower. And that's where I draw the line. That is
the reality
where I draw the
is
line.
After she leaves, I'm like, Mac, you would never believe how I spent this wonderfully romantic weekend with Tiffany. And you're like, Tiffany who? I'm like, Tiffany. I think we're alone now, Tiffany. Like, no way. I'm like, yup.
Yeah.
We're going to the Brazilian steakhouse, buddy.
Ooh, after a long night of lovemaking. Replenish the protein. Rebuild the muscle with the proteins from the Brazilian steakhouse.
Brazilian fucking steakhouse? All you can eat Brazilian fucking steakhouse place? With
what if Tiffany blew up your bathroom though?
That's fine. It's Tiffany. Give a fuck. Dude. Tiffany was there. She totally fucking farted. What? Yup. Yeah.
JC, it's
look.
Where Jason draws the line is when she goes into the wrong cupboard and grabs the wrong mug.
That's a bridge far, Tiffany.
And,
it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
And uses the wrong frother.
There is only one frother.
You know.
There can only be one.
No, you go use the pleb frother from that drawer over there, Tiffany. You don't use my good frother.
I would get annoyed if she was like, where are the coffee supplies? And I'm like, Tiffany, I marked everything. It's marked on the drawers and the cabinets where everything is. I told you, He-Man dangling from the cabinet means it's glassware. Skeletor means it's where the plates are.
Now here's the harder question. Christy Swanson.
Ooh. Christy Swanson can get all the drawers wrong and move stuff around.
I would be afraid about the morning after when she starts talking to me about like all her conservative bullshit.
That's fine.
Oh, dude, I don't know if I could deal with that.
Would you rather have that or like an Uber lib? Give a fuck.
I don't want the Uber
I
Live
think
either.
Donald Trump is doing something good. Do you really, Christy Swanson? You want to watch true crime? Yes. Okay. Problem solved.
I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump took if he was balls deep in Christy Swanson at one point.
New York Yank says there are masters of the universe codex to figure out your crib. Actually, there is.
And it's in English and Spanish.
My daughter would give me, because she thought they were cute, these masters of the universe Christmas ornaments. And I don't get Christmas tree. So I just hang them on different parts of my house. So that's where things are by the Masters of the Universe character.
I think that's a great plan.
Right? It's adorable. So yes, there is.
And it's different.
Doesn't Jason also have a Hellraiser puzzle box? I do. That's on. As you walk into the house, it's right there on the table next to the guest mugs.
And on the other side of those guest mugs are the sex toys that are drying out from being washed.
Me, Christy Swanson, Tiffany.
Right.
Expose.
Jason, is that a ball gag? Yeah, Christy Swanson was over here yesterday, and I just couldn't take any more of her time.
I just tried to quiet her with true crime, and it was like, nope,
yeah,
that couldn't work.
She kept trying to talk, even with the ball gag in. So I was just like, we're gonna tighten this one up just a little bit more.
Like seriously, dude. I really think if Christy Swanson came to your house, you'd be like, this is really cool.
You're going to be disappointed in me for this.
What?
And I'm going to share it with everybody because I love them too.
Oh no.
I really think I could fix Lauren Boebert.
I'm not mad at you at all. I think that shit's all an act.
You know what? I don't even think she knows how to read. So I feel like I could.
Wasn't she jerking some dude off at a movie theater?
Oh man, she was going full over the pants handsy.
Oh fuck! What? Yeah, I'd be mad. Like that guy fucks Lauren Boebert. Yeah, he does.
My favorite was he was like a Colorado Democratic Party chairperson or something, or like fundraiser.
Yeah, that lets you know it's all. She doesn't give a fuck, dude. She doesn't give a hot fuck.
I already know how to get her going. Like I own guns. I know she's into it. You know, like I can show her everything I got and show her my love gun, so to speak, you know, and then just
I own guns.
You know, I had to go back to the Kiss song, you know. Love gun.
Lula said she was on sugar baby sites. Oh, I don't know if you can fix Lauren Boebert, but you sure fucking spent a great weekend with Lauren Boebert. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
That's crazy, dude. These people, look, we have to be honest with politics in the modern era.
That's right.
It's
Lauren's a freak, and she'll pay me for that privilege. Fuck yes. I can trim my beard. I can take this shit down. I'll men's, hair club for men this shit black. I'll say things like cook, and whatever else the youth say. I'll play it up. Lauren, I need some rent money. Can you hook it up? And I'll throw that dick down when I get out to your 4th Congressional District of Colorado. What's up?
My day was all right. I had a lot to do. The day I was going to take my daughter to K-Days. How about you? I took mine to the zoo today. Didn't want any crowded places. Do you enjoy being a mom? 'Cause I love being a dad. I love kids. Would you take a shit on my chest? Would you take a shit on my chest? This conversation's going well, so I thought it best to ask you. Would you take a shit? Doesn't have to be a lot, be a little bit. Would you take a shit on my chest?
What?
These are all conversations. Yeah. It makes you think that women, not think, it makes you understand, think is a bad word, makes you understand the trauma that women have to go through on a dating site. If you're having a very good conversation with someone about parenting and all of a sudden, hey, can you take a shit on my chest? Or have you seen a real man's butthole? That's the one.
This makes so much more sense to me now. I get it. I get it why a woman... Nuri, it's not just his algorithm. It's also the NSA like intern that's been tasked to track everything Jason does on the internet. That's just like, oh my God, sir, the Myles guy, I can't do this anymore. Listen, Ben, I get it. You graduated from Harvard. Your dad's a higher up. I had to let you in here to be an intern. No, sir, you don't understand.
This guy just keeps sending pictures of older singers from the 80s to his friends with the tagline smash. I don't understand.
Sir, I haven't even heard of any of these women. All right, man. Who are they? Tiffany? Oh, man. She could have gotten it back in the day. Let me see. Hey, pull that one up. Holy shit, she let herself go. And he's saying he'd fuck her still? Sir, yes. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. And he's got this friend, Mac, and they're taking these horrible Tinder conversations and setting them to music. One guy said that he loved being a father and then immediately asked the woman to defecate on him. What? Sir, he asked the woman to shit on him. Well, that's just a Tuesday, man. I don't see what the big deal is here.
Jason guy seems all right.
Yeah. Like, what's the issue? I don't get it. Sir, I thought you would want to know more about like the commie stuff he talks about. No, whatever, man. Okay, but the shitting on the chest thing, is it something he's interested in? I mean, Ben, he's not a bad looking dude. Sir, you're gay? Gay, straight, these are labels, Ben. Stop being so binary here. It's the 21st century, son. Get weird or die. Okay? That's just how it is. I shit on his chest. He shits on mine. Maybe we go visit this Brazilian steakhouse that he's always talking about in these videos. Sir, I would like to be reassigned. Over my dead body, you're bringing me some great content. I think I got a new favorite streamer. Woo!
It's the 21st century. Get weird. Oh, God. Virtuoso Debbie Gibson is very active on social media and extremely thin.
I'll say it for Jason. Smash.
I might draw the line, Debbie Gibson.
Really?
Oh, dude, she's super skinny.
Well, how's that landing craft? Or does she have, actual land mass?
She seems like a hoot to hang around. But it's not Tiffany.
I have a feeling Tiffany's going to be like, Jason, I haven't done anything like this since like 93. So I'm going to need you to pull that dick out and I'm going to do a line of coke right now.
I can totally see that happening too. She's like feeling nervous. Like, what are you feeling nervous about? I put on some weight. I mean, look, you put on a lot of weight. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit, obviously.
Tiffany, listen. I'm going to tongue punch your fart box. And then harpoon you. Okay? That's all you need to know. I am here for it.
That's when the one tear rolls down her cheek. She's like, you had me at hello. You better do that line quick because that dick is in the glory hole arcade game. That was the craziest game. You see the guy with two hands trying to grab all the dicks. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I would probably play that game. I was like out with someone and they're like, "Oh, dude, go play that game." I'm like, what the game? And then I was like, you guys are crazy.
Dude, at Patty's, which is like probably the best bar in town, he's got this shot called Love Butter, and they shoot it on your face from this like giant dick.
The things people do in bars for a shot, I don't care what you man, woman, I don't care. The things they do with shots down here, oh my God.
Jason would army crawl over a mile of shattered glass just to hear Tiffany fart into a walkie.
Oh my God.
Oh man. Yeah, Mr. Crash. Jason would sit there and bitch the entire time. He's like, I got glass all over the place, and all you see someone just slide him the walkie-talkie, and you just hear Jason's like, I need you. I love you.
Show me you really need me. I don't know. Look, dude, the comments people left were evil. The first comment said, I think she's alone now.
Oh, boo.
I was like, man, time is a motherfucker. First of all, time's a motherfucker.
Fuck yeah.
Number two, she's a few years older than me, so I think she's got to be 50. I believe she's had a few children. God knows what health issues she's had in the million years since she was singing professionally.
Headlining mall tours, yeah.
You know, and it happens.
Yeah.
Fucking happens. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Don't be mean.
Jason's gonna fuck her and then have her like autograph his dick.
I wouldn't do that. That's weird, but that would be my chick, though. I would totally hold her hand all over the place. I'd hold her hand in the black mall, not giving a fuck. Are you with a white girl? I'm with Tiffany. Oh, we're sorry, Mr. Myles.
Mr. Myles, this way. Your car's here.
We didn't know. I don't care if Umar is in there. Give a fuck. What is he going to say? You with a snow bunny? Umar, it's Tiffany. Oh, well, you didn't say that.
It's not a snow bunny. It's the
snow bunny. There's a handful you could take. I'm going to put Tiffany on my list for my age cohort and slightly older. Linda Carter, I think she could go on any age cohort.
Yeah,
Wonder Woman?
dude. Linda Carter can. Dude, I would let her smack me around, deny me an orgasm for 6 hours until she finally says yes, and then bake me cookies, and I'd eat all of them with a smile on my face.
Dude, give a fuck. Oh, you with Tiffany? Yeah. Say something. I dare you. Who the fuck are you with? Boring ass Sarah that works in sales? She sucks.
You treat him like the that one dude that decided to knock on that guy's door, start beating the shit out of him. Jason turns into Mike Tyson a la 1989 and just starts knocking dudes out. That's my woman. You say Tiffany with some respect.
Like, you can't make me feel bad about who I date because obviously I like that person.
Yeah.
right? There's something about that person that I dig.
For a while, I dated this woman that was heavily into the goth aesthetic.
Oh, that's hot.
Right?
Yeah.
I find it very attractive.
That's really hot. Yeah.
But like, I'm a dude that wears like commie t-shirts and my hat backwards, and everybody thinks because I have a beard and I'm a vet that I'm this goofy vet bro twat. And I'm like, nah, man, she's hot to me. I love the piercings. I like having black lipstick on all my clothes.
Oh yeah.
I like how,
yeah.
you know, I'm into it. She's smart as fuck. We have great conversations. The sex is weird but awesome. Yeah, man. You know, like you said, man, that's my person.
You can't make no one let nobody make you feel bad.
Fuck no.
I'll be damned. I'll be fuck you. Oh, so and so is fat. And
dude, it's honestly like my son gets a wild hair up his ass and just wears a top hat. Does not give a single fuck. Doesn't care. Right? And what are some famous nobodies that Dr. Umar would put on his anti-elite milk exemption list?
Cameron Diaz.
She can still get it.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
And she's gonna cook you a nice meal before and after.
Oof. Who else?
Dude, I'd still Elizabeth Berkley.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Jesse. Yeah, all day. Twice on Sunday. Yep. Wouldn't give a fuck.
No.
And I dare someone to say something.
Dude, I'm 5'8" and she's easily pushing 6 foot. I don't care that she's taller than me. She's hot. She showed her boobies to the world in Showgirls. Yep. You know, like I'm here for it.
And I remember that episode where she got hooked on pet pills.
Yep.
I'm so excited. Who else? I can't say that last one, Virtuoso, because I actually know that person.
You know, I mean, like, let's see. Oh, that's Jamie Peck.
Oh God, you had to say it out loud. Oh, yeah.
She seems like a nice lady.
She's
I'm
nice
sure she
lady.
drives. Great conversation. And you know, if she ever wanted to have a goofy leftist on her show, I'm right here. Bring me on. You know, let's do this.
She probably would.
You know,
probably would.
I mean, dude, I'm going on another big show to talk about war crimes.
Which show?
So, I will shoot you a text and then we can put it out. But I'm
okay.
Ironing out things right now.
Virtuoso says Elizabeth Berkley for the win. Exactly.
Yeah.
Who else is super like white that Umar wouldn't care? We're all thinking about older white people because we're in our older mode.
Well, that and I've realized younger women terrify me now.
I'm not attracted.
Oh, I didn't say that.
I can look at him and go, "You're attractive."
What scares me is how when you get into a group situation with them, they just start roasting you, and words do hurt my feelings. Don't let this gruff exterior fool you. I've been blown up a few times. You know, survived verbal abuse in the military, which didn't bother me, but you get me in a group of like 3 24-year-old women, ethnic background notwithstanding, they're just so good at just highlighting all your insecurities. And after 5 minutes, I want to run into traffic. So yeah. And the thing is, it was funny at first. And then they got really personal with some stuff. And that hurt.
I think Umar might have a problem with Jennifer Connelly, depending on which Jennifer Connelly it is. If it's like super skinny, I just did a weird role where I played a crackhead Jennifer Connelly. I could see him saying something fucked up. But if it's like just regular, I'm not doing anything crazy for a role, Jennifer Connelly with the crazy blue eyes, I think Umar would have no problems with it.
Dude, Linda Cardellini, there's another one.
What is Linda Cunnilingus?
No, Linda Cardellini. She's she played Velma in the Scooby-Doo movies with Matthew Lillard, and she
her.
Yeah.
Oh, he wouldn't have a problem at all. At all. He would take her to the Black Mall.
Oh, dude, you could not, because she's gonna have a blast wherever she goes. You know.
Nuri says, "What is a Dr. Umar? He's apparently by you, Nuri. He's a black dude that is just ridiculous."
It seems that we're sliding into this part of American history where the loudest people are the most ridiculous, regardless of what section of like our social ladder they come from. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, Mac, do you think Pete Hegseth is going to be the Secretary of Defense?
Exactly.
I would say the man has never commanded anything when he was in the military, and he's a talk show host. So no. But he was very loud, and I'm pretty sure he performed fellatio on Trump, either during his presidency or shortly thereafter, and knew that he takes a shot in the back of the throat, he's going to be sec def. And I think he relaxed the jaw, swallowed that load, and wiped the self tanner off his lips when he was finished.
That's so visual.
Yeah.
Couldn't he just promise to do something mean for Donald Trump?
No, dude. Trump's going to get a blowy wherever he can. Because, Melania is not touching that shit anymore.
He seems like the kind of guy that would essay you into, like, doing what he wants.
Yep.
He seems like that real deal piece of shit that would do that.
Yeah.
So on some puffy shit, right?
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, here's what kills me. We have verifiable proof that Trump was a visitor to Epstein Island, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this. He and Diddy ran in the same social circles. Guarantee you Donald grabbed a bottle of fucking baby lotion at one point at Diddy's house. I'm just saying. So.
You think that it was just so crazy of an orgy? It was like the end of the movie Society, and it's just a shunting of rich people, and it just fell in.
Yeah. I think Diddy called him up and was like, "Hey, yo, Donnie, hey, man, I'm throwing this kind of laid back thing at my pad. I got 10,000 bottles of baby oil, and there's going to be lots of women. Oh, you know what, Sean? I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to get my dick sucked so many times. All right, now I have to ask, do I have to wear clothes the entire time? Because I'm all about winning the pooey the shit up, My shirt's on, but no pants.
I think that knowing that Wednesday night is the night that we just say things that are champagne room-esque on the main show, I get done with this show and sometimes I think, wonder if I lost some supporters.
Yeah.
And then I think, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Get one on.
I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, my buddy was telling me, because he's going to go on the show, he's like, we can't name names because I am terrified that because, we testified against Lawrence.
Yeah.
Right. That with everything going on, that they would come gunning for us. And I was like, dude, I will be on my best behavior. I assure you that, because I think it's an important conversation we have to have about how war crimes and things like terms like collateral damage are just tossed out. Like we say, fuck, and I was like, I can do that. Like, I want you to be comfortable. I don't want you to, to think that I would do anything to hurt this dude. Cause we deployed together. He's been through a lot since we've been home. And he's like, are you worried about you? And I'm like, dude, I'm too far gone, man. It's way past that point. I was like, I can't pull back now. 1 and 2, I wouldn't. If he wants to come gunning for me, bro, go ahead, man. Come gunning for me. I don't give a shit. I'm sure some attorney would take my case and we can talk about actual freedom of speech and the political overreach that we're suffering through right now, you know? And he literally, you know how we were talking about, you know, the prison deal with El Salvador and Gitmo, and this dude, my buddy, was like, "You don't think we'll end up in Gitmo?" And I'm like, "If we do, we do." I was like, "At least I can see the beach from there," you know? I just, you know, I was like, "Do you think the cells are like Harold and Kumar when they got sent there?" I was like, "No." You know, but I mean, it is what it is, dude. Just know, guys, if Jason's like, "Hey, Matt couldn't make it," I might be in Gitmo.
Sometimes when you're not here, I think people really worry that you are. I've Nick wanted us to look up Liz Franzak's Twitter.
Okay.
She wrote, "Mr. Trump, Elon, please Doge. We need to investigate the Lakers. Please unleash your child hackers to break into Rob Pelinka's text messages. Something is up. A poor blonde white child boy is being held hostage by woke Californians. Defund now." And then she wrote, "Attention, Elon. This white, round European child was illegally trafficked from a red state to a blue state by organized criminals, Clutch, and woke corporations, Nike. We need to send the Doge child soldiers on them, please."
Oh, this is great, Liz.
Oh, is this really what eggs look? Is she in California? Is this what eggs look like for real?
Dude, that's everywhere, man.
Is that what eggs look like where you live?
Mm-hmm.
So are you saying I should fucking go to America tomorrow morning with hella eggs?
Fuck yes, dude.
Are you being serious?
Dude, one, they're...
Don't play with me.
Dude, that makes two of us. Trust me. I've already... I'll tell you about the possible business that... No, I shouldn't say possible. The business that the detail guys were like, "This is what you need to start. You make a killing." No, but because of the bird flu scare and literally just with everything going on with, honestly, the people that, and I hate putting it like this because it kind of silos these poor people into like this one thing, but the people that are being, you know, rounded up and sent out are the people that feed this entire country.
Yes.
Okay, that includes poultry farms where eggs are like harvested. That shit's not getting done now.
They're talking about egg. They're talking about restaurants charging by the egg. Are you guys being serious?
Yes.
No way. Can I tell you what I had for breakfast today?
16 eggs.
I was this close. I was this fucking close to taking a picture and sending it to Burgess because he's kind of been stuck in LA for a little over a month. There's this place that we found, and they do omelets, and they do a lobster omelet or a shrimp omelet.
Well, I can't eat either of those.
You can't? Can you eat? You can eat any kind of meat you want, right? They do the omelet, but you get a side of chilaquiles. Oh, and they do a chipotle one. It's really fucking good. And then on the weekends, they didn't have it today. On the weekends, they do a French toast flan. So this big piece of French toast, like brioche or whatever, big thick with flan and then hella fruit and shit. So fucking good,
dude.
And yes, it's super affordable.
You could kickstart the thing just by posting your breakfast right now.
Dude, I was this close because I wanted to fuck with.
Be like, wait a minute. Black dude in Mexico is able to eat eggs? Fuck this shit.
And it's not a little omelet. It's one of those big, 3 eggers. Oh, dude. Yeah. I thought it was a joke. I didn't know it was that bad over there.
Dude, no.
I'm gonna start taking dirty pictures with just me and eggs.
Oh, dude, you should. Just like take videos of you just cracking them over your head for no reason, But like there were certain parts of Florida because of DeSantis's order to get, undocumented people out. A lot of them, worked for, food production. But you know what another big segment of like naturalized citizens did in Florida? They're long haul truck drivers.
Are you serious? They're taking off.
So they decided to stop delivering to Florida. And in certain parts of Florida, they had a food scarcity. We're going to start seeing that across every fucking state.
Yeah, I saw that. The first thing I saw was in Central California. A bunch of people didn't show up to work. It's I don't like the whataboutism with the whole Biden thing because yes, they did both deported a lot of people.
Yes, they did.
But you have to understand. You have to ask yourself, why is there a difference now? Is it just the media? It's like, well, no, it's not just the media. Apparently, Trump is deporting more non-convicted felons, which is, I can't tell if it's just he doesn't care, and these are the easiest people to get. If he's trying to make it, because he just, seat in my pants.
Yep.
But
I mean, the sad thing is this. Right? Yeah, the Nuri took my headphones off to help a colleague and come back to egg molestation and food scarcity.
There's a surcharge. Alf Din said there's a surcharge at Waffle House.
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
Dude, things are getting weird now. I don't know if you saw all 10 Canadian provinces.
Yeah.
The provincial government voted to remove American liquor from the shelves.
I saw that.
The economic impact to Kentucky alone is over $1 billion. To Kentucky, which has one of the least diversified economies in the United States, as well as being one of the poorest states in the union.
Just don't come down here trying to eat all of our delicious camarones omeletes. Okay? Just don't.
Well, dude,
it's not because there's so many chickens. My neighbor, this is how much like eggs are just all over the place. My neighbor, like if I don't go to the store, my neighbor will charge a few bucks. And if you bring an old egg carton, he'll just fill your eggs up.
That's worth it right there.
Yeah. It's 50 cents more per egg at Waffle House. Tone, you guys are all being serious?
Dude, I'm telling you, Jason.
So if I went with a trunk full of eggs tomorrow and just stood out in front of a Walmart, I would kill.
Well, I wouldn't recommend a Walmart.
Why they would arrest me?
Dude, you're a black guy outside of Walmart. Yeah, they're gonna fucking arrest you. What are you dumb?
Just selling eggs.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with eggs.
You're undercutting Walmart's business. Can't have that.
So should I stay on the corner like they do with the oranges?
Fuck yeah, dude.
With eggs?
Bro, I guarantee you a mom and a fucking like Plymouth Voyager is gonna pull over, open up that van door, and be like, how much? I've got $300. What can I get?
So I should go, like, I'm being totally serious because we sell those flats for like $5. So I should go with like 5 of those flats and just stand outside and be like, hey, I got eggs. How many you need? We only need a dozen. And because I save my carton things for my neighbor. So it's like, oh, okay, you want a dozen? Bam, bam, bam. How much should I charge for a dozen? Like $8? What's normal?
10. Do 10.
Bullshit. $10 for a dozen eggs?
Jason, you have to get an oil change. $10.
I do. That's very true. Tomorrow is a busy day for me. Pretty much when this show is over, I got to go across the border, sleep in my car for a few hours, get a smog, get my tags, and try to get back here by 2:00 because the gas guy is coming to put gas in my house.
Yep. I'm just telling you, man. Right.
Dr. Smurfo, where have all you people been? We've been watching crazy videos, saying the most sexist shit ever. Now all of a sudden, you guys pull up. We talk about eggs.
No, but like, I work at a dealership and I photograph every car that comes on the lot, right? A lot of people just leave their fucking tags on. So I have like 80 to 100 unclaimed tags in my office.
So you can just mail me some tags?
And the dudes in detail were like, bro, you need to start selling these to car thieves.
Hell yeah. My registration's paid. I just fucking need to get a smog. I haven't gone over the imaginary line to get a smog.
Well,
I wish Tiffany would put gas in my house. That'd be really cool. We wouldn't have to have the awkward conversation I have with the fucking gas guy with my very bad Spanish.
Jason just hears gringo and he goes, I know that. Yankee.
Real dude. Nick says $10 is good. So if I charge $5 a dozen, people will be like, thank you. That's a deal.
Dude, you're getting your dick sucked so many times.
Word.
Bro.
What if is Tiffany live in SoCal?
I think this is a A meat cute. Tiffany, I've got eggs. You've got what I'm looking for, baby.
Stream the egg sales. Boom. I would totally stream the egg sales. Do you know how much I shouldn't say this because I'm gonna get I'm not gonna say it.
Don't.
I'm not gonna say it because the last thing I want is them to
You
be
and
like, you're the
you
guy
and
that
I
said
are
that
on
thing
good
there.
paths right now.
Yeah.
Let's not shoot ourselves in the proverbial foot here. Okay.
But if you happen to run into me tomorrow in the Chula Vista area, while I am waiting to get a smog check or the DMV, also in the Chula Vista area.
Hey, yo, Jason, you got any of them eggs?
I might just have a few dozen eggs in my car. And here in Mexico, we don't refrigerate our eggs. So they're fine. Oh, dude, really?
Dude.
So again, if you happen to be in the Chula Vista area,
you might have to deal with woke California, but at least you'll have eggs. Be the only person on your block with them.
cheap is the new gold.
Yeah.
That's fucking. What else? What else is really expensive? Tell me, because this is fucking fascinating.
All food prices are like slowly inching up now.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm interested to see is after that 30-day period is up, right? Because Trump decided to freeze the enactment of these tariffs on Mexico and Canada for 30 days. So say Trump just wakes up on the wrong side of the bed, doesn't get his Diet Coke quick enough, Fox News isn't blaring from the fucking Oval Office TV, and he just enacts them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, our food prices are going to spike horribly.
Yeah, Kirschler brings up something really important. Electronic prices are going to be through the roof. Mac, there's still a Radio Shack here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is the thing.
Cables, guys.
This is the thing, right? Is that a lot of people in the automotive industry are very excited about these because they think more people will buy American. But you know what they forget, especially like at say a Chevy dealership? Transmissions by General Motors are not made in the United States. They're all fabricated and assembled in Mexico.
A lot of stuff isn't made in the United States. A ton of shit isn't made here.
Right. Silverados, depending, like certain models of Silverados are assembled in Canada. So if these tariffs hit, right, you're going to see the price of a transmission go by 25%. That's going to get tacked onto the cost of the vehicle.
That's ridiculous. That's really expensive. If you've ever had to have transmission done.
Yeah. Right. So if you buy a Silverado that is imported from Canada, you're going to see 25 to 50%, increase on the cost. Do you know what a base model custom Silverado 1500 runs right now, brand new, Jason?
What?
52.5.
Uh-huh.
Imagine that going up by a quarter to 50%.
Really? 70 grand almost or 60 some grand
for a base model Silverado with a 4-cylinder engine.
If you're driving a Silverado with a 4-cylinder engine,
all Silverado customs now are the 2.7 liter 4-cylinder engine.
That's a custom?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Right?
There's a few cars you don't want a 4-cylinder engine for. A Mustang? Really?
But here's the thing. And, Chevy's bringing back the Chevelle. We're getting the first look in February, right? Mm-hmm. The commercial drops on Super Bowl Sunday. I'm getting training to essentially learn how to use the goddamn thing, what all the buttons do, and how to unwrap it. Because it's going to come wrapped like a Corvette does. And it's got a protective sheath. It's got a fucking car condom on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
To make sure paint doesn't get chipped or scratched or any of that shit. If it's anything like the first year Challenger, when they brought the Challengers back, you're looking base model, probably 60 to 65, which is a low end Corvette. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We just sold a Z06 model Corvette, like a 25 model year, for $131,000 yesterday.
For a Corvette?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
right? And that's not even the one with the new engine that has the most horsepower of any internal combustion engine ever. All right. So imagine this Chevelle, which I still haven't figured out where it's assembled at. I don't think they're going to do it in Tennessee because that is literally almost just straight Corvettes, right? I don't know if they'll do it outside of Milwaukee because GM refuses to put any new models in union shops right now. Okay, but it's got certain people at GM scared because they're already saying we might have to start letting people go. Now, here's the kicker with that. When the UAW renegotiated that contract last year, part of the negotiations were no layoffs for manufacturing personnel for 3 years. And GM might have to fucking go back on that after about a year and a half. You know, like this will have devastating effects because people don't realize that we have no manufacturing infrastructure in the United States anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It takes 2 to 3 years to build the factory.
Mm-hmm.
While you're building the factory, you're training the workers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, things aren't going to go live until the workers actually have some hands-on experience with the equipment they're using, right? And putting together what they're supposed to put together or produce whatever they're supposed to produce. So you're looking at probably 3.5 to 4 years before this thing's even popping out the first thing it's supposed to make, right? And you get fucksticks like Musk and Trump and every other dickhead in the administration. Like, it's just a year or two we got to deal with. Bitch, we don't make anything. We make nothing. And the things we do make are in such small number, it's almost inconsequential.
I mean, do you think he's full of shit, though? Because obviously he was full of shit on the tariffs because he tries to make it seem like these countries capitulated, but they didn't. These were things they already had in place.
Yes.
So he really just talked loud and said nothing. But if egg prices are so high again, I will, if you happen to be in the Chula Vista area.
Chula Vista.
I will be in Chula Vista trying to get a smog, and then I will be at the Chula Vista DMV. If you go to the Chula Vista McDonald's, the one right by the border and the outlets, I'll definitely be there, sleep in my car, waiting for the smog place to open because it's got to wake up so early to cross the border.
Yeah, Nick, that was Puerto Rico where he did that shit. Like, and this is what pisses me off most about this is my 16-year-old kid's terrified.
Oh, why?
Because she's not stupid. Right? You know, she started reading The Conquest of Bread, which led her into reading some other things. She had a lot of questions. And of course, I answered in as chill a way as I could because I'm not in the mood to terrify my gay 16-year-old kid any more than she already is. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, well, they're going to go after, they're already going after people who were not born here. Yep, they are. Including people that have paperwork going through the system waiting on approval.
That's the one that's the craziest.
Yeah. Right. And she's like, well, last year in history, like I essentially did the teaching on World War II and the lead up to it.
Mm-hmm.
And, we saw how it started incrementally with gays and transsexual people in the Weimar Republic.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of spread out. And once the Nazis saw that they were allowed to abuse that small population, that tiny population of people, they were like, well, we already hate Jews. We're not going to get any pushback for going after them. And then it spread to Roma. And then it spread to, political leaning, people with leftist political leanings. It doesn't stop. They continue to swallow up in a wave all these people that they feel are enemies of the state.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter sees that. And we live in a state where the Trump approved gubernatorial candidate said if he becomes governor, gay people will be put in camps to be re-educated.
That's so weird. It's not like gay people are new.
I know.
And you don't understand it, right? Look, let's not be depressing.
No, let's not. Because tomorrow, Jason and I have busy days.
Mm-hmm.
And what we need to really think about is how we make this Jason and Tiffany connection. because
If anyone knows if Tiffany's in San Diego County and near Chula Vista and needs any eggs,
that's right. You know, Nick, I'd like to make an omelet, but I don't have any eggs here. Jason's got them all.
I do. I feel like showing them off to you guys too, and being a real asshole about it. You guys might paying through the nose for avocados too. Are avocados super expensive right now?
Dude, yeah. Like in North Carolina right now, outside of like strawberries, because we have a lot of like strawberry farms here,
Mhm.
and some grapes because vineyards it's a steadily growing industry around here. Produce is expensive as shit, which I'm not very happy about because I like to make smoothies in the morning, and they've literally become my protein yogurt, my protein powder, and like whatever fruit I have left from when I bought it that I'm hoping isn't too gross to just blend, you know? Oh, Nick, that's dirty. Don't say that.
I was going to say, because if that's the case,
ACAB cooking just becomes fucking Jason, like letting us all know that we're
just, I know, just having eggs. Like, I'm going to make an 8-egg omelet.
Yeah, you know.
I'm not even going to eat it all.
I'm going to make a Dutch baby pancake.
Do you like those? I just
love
started
those
making
things.
those. Do you like
Yeah.
those? You like
Yeah, I
them with
love
fruit?
Oh, fuck yeah. You get a nice compote. That's perfect.
I've perfected my compote right now.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. You want me to? Oh, Mac. And you can't eat any of this fucking cool shit?
Not right now. Well, I mean,
if you were at the house right now, do you know
just-
what I do for guests? And this is why you guys are pieces of shit for making fun of me.
I can't eat shit from the water. I'm allergic to it. So anything land-based, I'm
No,
fine.
no. Listen. If you're just like right now, let's say I'm doing the show and you're like waiting in another room. I don't just give you chips and salsa. I give you chips and an array of salsas. And I made this special, it's like a avocado sauce.
Guys, he may not be worth a shit in a firefight, but we will be eating well in the commie camp. Okay, we'll be good.
Dude, you'll be like
this
I'm like, Mac, are you good? You're like, yeah, dude, I'm fine. This chip's fucking great.
The fucking the salvaging party comes out and they're like, all right, Jason, we found like 3 bags of nachos. I don't know if they're any good. Oh, I can do something with that. I got 6 eggs. Ooh, yeah, we can do that. Did you get any flour? Yeah, I got some flour. Okay, flour tortillas. We got those. Did you find any yeast or rising agent? Yeah, dude. Okay, bread. We're gonna be good, guys. We're gonna be good. We still have some of that deer left over. We can make a nice stew.
Ooh,
you know?
Yep. No, that's me.
We're not gonna be able to fight the war because we're all gonna be just like, God damn, I'm feeling so good right now. Mac, we're supposed to be supporting another unit. Oof. Politics be damned, man. My stomach's full. I'm good right now. I need you know what? I need a nap.
Nick said Luka Doncic is going to come down for eggs. If Luka Doncic is walking around the DMV, hey, is it a black man?
And that Liz woman's going to make another funny tweet with him buying eggs from you. This poor blonde white child kidnapped from a red state and sent to California, not supported enough. He has to buy eggs from a vagrant.
From a vagrant.
Oh yeah, the vagrant's black.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be looking very, very unhoused tomorrow. There's a good chance it's not going to be a good look. But seriously, I'm really thinking, because you can get eggs anywhere. I can get, like, right before I go, because I got to get gas. There's an all night 7-Eleven. I can get a flat of eggs there, and I'll be paying too much for the whole flat for like $8, and the flat's like 72 eggs. And you're telling me I can sell a dozen for like $5, $6?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, $8 is $8 a good deal?
It's California, dude. People probably, like I said, you're going to be getting so many blowjobs. The straightest man in California is going to be like, Jason Myles, I'm going to suck your dick right now. No, man, it's good. It's okay, Todd. Hey, drop those trousers.
I'll take the money, Todd.
Let me see that hog.
I'd really prefer the money, Todd.
Jason, it's just a mouth.
So they got to slap a sticker on it saying they're organic. That's actually kind of funny.
Oh, dude, you could do that. Charge.
I really have, because my neighbor was like, "Oh, dude, save all your egg things," and I was telling Ben about that because we used to have a market down the street. That was they had chickens in their backyard at the market, so it was just eggs, right? And there's a bowl of random eggs, and they'd be like, "Well, how many do you need? Like, you need 10? Okay, fine." So we saved our egg carton thing. So I already have the packages ready. I'm ready to fucking go, Mac. You don't understand.
You know what? Peter Thiel would be so proud of your entrepreneurship.
Peter Thiel would snipe me and take the eggs.
No, he wouldn't. He'd keep you alive just for the blood transfusion. Jason, I've stopped taking blood for my son. You, sir, are a beautiful chocolate man. I would like some of your blood in me. What?
I'm just here to sell eggs.
I just want to sell eggs.
I'm excited. You don't know how excited I am to like go across the border.
Dude, guys, next Wednesday, Jason's going to come on with just a stack of cash in front of the camera. And he's like,
I thought it was a joke. That's how, I shouldn't even go get a smog. I should just go to the DMV and like, hey, I already paid this registration. My insurance is up to date. Can you just take 2 dozen eggs right now?
You just like slide the containers
Just
over.
Tags, 2 dozen eggs. Give me the tags.
The woman at the DMV, he's like, how about I'm going to give you a 40-year license. Don't worry about paying it for next year until 2033. Because you good there. Oh, and smog checks, don't even worry about that.
You're good. You're good, baby. Baby, you good.
We'll just put down you have an electric car.
The Chula Vista vagrant Jason Myles sells eggs in trying time. Before we go, Brandon Ingram got traded to the Raptors for Bruce Brown.
Kelly Olynyk and some picks. What? I don't know where the giant basketball boners for Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma came from, but people are like just making it rain on these two fools, man. But I mean, good on them. I mean, I'm jealous because you know what? They're not going broke trying to get eggs for their protein shakes and shit. But I am. I'm a poor.
Why is everybody coming on the show so late? Was there something going on and we missed it?
Yeah, it was a Tiffany gangbang.
I shouldn't have been on the show. What happened to the red zone? I think I'm alone now.
I'm just here. I'm here on the show by myself, and I get oh, hey, everybody, it's Jason. You just hear. Mac, it's Tiffany. Gotta go.
I just came from the Tiffany gang. Bang, yang.
The Tang gang was all there.
I showed you the Tang gang, right?
Oh, you did. You did.
Was that the Tang gang on the show that we coined the term Tang gang? Tang gang,
Yeah.
Tang gang.
Yeah. Everybody's hair looked immaculate, during
Okay, so you know the Tang gang. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, look, Mac stayed an hour longer than he was supposed to stay. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. It'll make the Chevelle training more fun as I like mainline Red Bulls and learn about a car that hasn't been produced since what, like the 80s? So it'll be good fun. Dried egg yolk under his nose.
What about tortillas? Are you guys real big on tortillas? I could bring some fresh tortillas too. I could just go
bro, I
full
love
hog.
tortillas. I will put
Like
everything on.
handmade, fresh. Like you smell it. I'll pop the trunk. It's just like,
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's like tortillas are perfect. It's a perfect food delivery system. Do anything with tortilla.
what's that bird boss name in Donkey Kong? I'll be in the Chula Vista area.
Selling eggs and hoping to bump into Tiffany.
I'm willing to bump into any C-list celebrity.
Oh, bro, I just remembered one last one before we go. Paula Abdul.
Oh, I totally bump into Paula Abdul.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who wouldn't?
She's tiny. I would just put her on like the tip of my dick and
She's
spin her around,
60 something.
Oh man, she could still get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, wouldn't care. Umar.
Yeah.
Who you with? Paula Abdul. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know?
Right this way, Mr. Myles.
Yeah. You know, it's like you got to be careful because, like, you know, you can't force the legs up. You might dislocate something. So you just make it gentle. Don't be rough.
I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah.
Paul Abdul? Okay.
Bro, she can call me MC Scat Cat. I don't give a shit. Let's go.
I take 2 steps forward. I take 2 steps back. We go together.
It's opposites attract.
And you know, Jason crossing the border. Hi, just traveling back home. Border Patrol. You got any eggs, Jason? No, that shit's expensive.
Mr. Myles, we saw when you crossed the border in the United States, you were in a car. Now you're coming in a recreational vehicle. We're going to need you to open up the doors.
We're going to need it.
All right, Mr. Myles, you're clear, and like you pull back into your fucking pad, you like park it, you just open up all the secret compartments. It's just eggs, you know, just everywhere.
It's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Imagine you hotbox it. I really want to. I bet the Border Patrol would laugh so fucking hard if they're like, "Is there anything you'd like to declare?" I'm like, I got like 12 dozen eggs back there. I bet they would just laugh.
Oh, dude,
they would totally just laugh. And are those like eggs in your backseat? Yes. Yes, they are.
Mr. Myles, why are you taking chickens into the United States? Organic poultry farm. Oh, okay. Starting a small business. Go America, right, Mr. Myles? Yeah, dude.
I feel like they would just laugh. They would just fucking laugh. They'd be like, "There's no way." I'm like, "Yeah, there is a way, and the way is the egg way." So there's that.
Jason's Terry Crews from The Longest Yard, where he's just pulling eggs out of everywhere. Just like...
if dude, how cool would it be though if I'm like, Mac, someone totally stopped me at the DMV and asked for eggs?
Dude, I'd laugh my ass off.
I'd laugh my fucking ass off. Okay, let's get out of here. It's late.
Like, it's gonna be funny when you're just like in line, just like depressed, like everybody at the DMV is, and like somebody just like comes in, and they just, yo, you're Jason Myles, right? Bitch, yes, I am Jason Myles, and it is fucking 8 o'clock in the morning, and there's 160 people in a fucking 4 square foot room. What? You got them eggs, right? You watch the show, bitch? Yes.
We all watch the show.
Just because we're not acting like all those assholes in chat doesn't mean you don't have more fans. Now, the eggs, motherfucker, where are the eggs?
Make with the eggs, darky.
Bitch, you are darker than me. Shut
I was the only black person last time I was in the DMV.
We'll see.
I'm easy to spot. If I'm walking around Chula Vista, they'll be like, yeah, that's the egg guy.
Yeah.
Wait, black fellow walking around, fucking hella gingerly. Yeah, that's it.
Wait, you said there was a black guy here? Are his ankles showing? Fuck, it's Myles. God damn.
Are his ankles? They're showing right now. That's why it's a little chilly, because my ankles are showing. Why is that a bad thing to have your ankles show?
That is your calling card, man. That's how they're going to be able to identify you.
Oh, so cover my ankles is what you're saying.
Like if you're trying to go incognito, you know, they're going to be like, wait a minute. His ankles aren't exposed. That's not him. Dude, don't fucking come to my porch, smoke my weed, and then tell me Jason Myles, the Eggman's in town when he's not. Mercutio said his alias in Mexico is hashtag salad pervert.
Salad pervert. Hey, said asshole, and he said carrot raisin salad. Hey, asshole, hey! Why do we sound like this in Southern California? No! We have to go. Mac has to go. we both have to get rest for our very adventurous days tomorrow. I'm super excited to fucking make some side money selling eggs.
Bro, it's gonna be phenomenal.
I can't believe this is real. What if I could trade eggs for my smog check?
I would do it. Okay, so there's a lot of talk that Elon is asking for access to like treasury accounts
Mhm.
because he wants to get permission to put literally the US Department of Treasury on the blockchain, right? Which would increase the value of crypto, the supposed value of crypto, right? Can you imagine when if that happens and it craters the dollar, like you'll be the richest man in America with your egg wealth. You know? I'm gonna get down there to visit you, and it's not just like a little your little pad anymore. You have like a fucking Pablo Escobar sized mansion now. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck why is there an Escalade out front, Jason? Well, you know, when I'm getting eggs to the people, I gotta roll in style, man. Come on. I'm like, why? I thought you only had like 5.
Look at fucking Snitchy Joe over here. Sorry to cut you off, but fucking Snitchy Johnson over here. Look at this guy.
Sean Moon, Jason, and I have been working overtime to get this meet and greet with Caitlin for you. And this is the thanks we get?
That's fucked up.
We were going to ask her to do the clam slam on your fucking hang low. And this is what you're going to do to Jason.
That's not cool.
No.
To be the snitchy. Why are you hall monitoring us right now? Don't hall monitor us right now.
You know what, Sean Moon? You're being a total Hegseth right now. That's what you're doing.
You're being a Hegseth. That's some Hegseth level bullshit right there.
Yep.
Hall monitoring a motherfucker like that when they're trying to make a living off the eggs are better here anyway. Do you know how excited some fucking hipster is going to be to be like, I got these eggs from a black vagrant in Chula Vista?
I don't know where he got them. He said they're from Mexico, but I heard just lower cholesterol if you eat eggs from Mexico. It's phenomenal, guys.
Right? Don't refrigerate them. They're from Mexico. They're better than the ones in the United States.
Brantley, can you please take off your fedora if you're going to cook?
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry, Kaylee, with an L-E-I-G-H.
Was that the voice of the current affairs guy? Nathan Robinson never will come on my show. And I think it's because of these episodes right here. And I think Nathan's at home right now getting really stoned going, yep. That's literally why it is.
Yeah. And you know what, Nathan Robinson, you're missing out. We've got a great fan base. We talk some sports, some serious shit, a lot of gibberish. I mean, I was faintly a little impressed with how much better the sports talk is when I'm stoned out of my mind.
You were fucking great.
Dude, I was fixated, man.
I moved out of the way.
It was like
beautiful.
I felt like Will Ferrell in Old School where I blacked out and came to, you know, and I felt really good, you know. Oh, dude, he totally is Kush. Yeah.
The shit you people say it's this show in the Champagne Room. The main show, it's always on topic. But right now, this show in the Champagne Room, it's insanity.
Well, I mean, we need that sometimes. We live in an insane world, you know. And you know, like a great philosopher once said, it's the 21st century. Get weird or die. You know, you got to get weird.
You said when you're the CIA guy spying, it said, should just get weird. You said get weird. Lost it.
I'm telling you, the NSA guy watching us both is like, these two fuckers, I swear to God, I don't get paid enough to deal with their shit. And I love it. I love it.
I dude, look, Mac, we got to go to sleep. Prairie, the last hour of this is going on a VHS tape. You know what you guys should really do to piss bigger shows off? be like call into one of those shows, be like, hi, this is Prairie Fire Kowalski calling from Nebraska. And they go, hey, Prairie Fire. We're like, yeah, love your show. Just want to let you know that there's something really awesome going on at TIR. Custard Habibi, and then just hang up.
Yeah.
And that's the new Baba Booey. It's just Custard Habibi.
You guys just start calling all the fucking lefty shows, like literally just volume call Young Turks and just get Anna fired up. Just get her fired up. And just keep mentioning TIR and talking about all like the weird characters we developed.
If you did that, it would probably, I think she would have to like break from being angry and she would just start laughing.
I would probably more want to see that with Chank getting all fired up.
He won't laugh because I don't know if he has a sense of humor.
He doesn't.
And I don't know him. But any other show, call Jimmy Dore, call all those people and just be like Custard Habibi. It's got to be the new Baba Boo. Is Custard Habibi.
JC said, Anna, let me tell you about Joey.
Yeah, just call up and talk about these people like everyone should know them.
But
Joey's wife. Oh my God.
When you're talking about it, you have to go, so Anna, are you pro or anti Goonie?
You guys do that? Number one, it might make those people hate me. That might suck, but it'll make the internet a way more fun place. Because right now, it's not fun.
Yeah.
It is not fun.
Oh, yeah. Definitely press Anna on the Goona side and the Gooneral.
The Gooneral.
Anna, in your, extensive journalistic data.
Prairie Fire's he's gonna call Majority Report and talk about these fucking shit. If he calls Majority Report and mentions Joey's wife gooning, what else can you mention? Pog Chaser MLK.
Oh yeah, Pog Chaser MLK.
Pog Chaser MLK.
The Gooneral.
The Gooneral.
Yep. Chiding Malcolm X. Remember he chides the Pog chasing.
Again and again.
Yeah, that's right. They tempt us with the white women.
These deliciously deductible white women. These fast-talking preachers may be fooled by their delicious white goodness, but not me.
Martin Luther King. There's another one.
Martin Luther King. PMC Malcolm X. Snippy the Elf. Try to find me. Oh, and Mercutio Pornhub play-by-play.
Oh yeah, Anna. So I heard about this great new venture, Pornhub play-by-play. Okay, hear me out. Chank's just in the back, just like this, Jason. Is it? You see him like rotate the mic out of the way. I can't do this. This is journalism now. This is journalism.
Oh, and call those two Beavis and Butthead motherfuckers. What are those guys? The guys that do all the drama. They just stir up drama. Vanguard.
Yeah.
Call them up and make sure you do the same thing to them. They just. I've never seen people love pointless drama and pretend it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Sometimes it's fascinating, and by fascinating I mean I can watch it for like 5 minutes, and it's like it's too much. To watch people get so like, can you believe that this person said this thing about that? Yeah, I can believe it. Because why do you care?
Yeah, all I know is sometimes you need a little PMC Malcolm, little Pog chasing MLK, little Snip of the Elf in your life.
How will Jason send Kowalski the eggs? Anna tweets at Hassan's problematic dog again. That's their headlines are like, Hassan fires back at, and I'm like, why do you give a fuck what this woman does so much?
Yeah, and can we like? I'm over the whole Hassan thing. For every one good point he brings up, it's like it's just 2 hours of nonsense.
Yeah.
And I like how a lot of leftists, I think rightfully so, kind of find the whole nepotism thing grating, but Hassan gets a pass somehow.
I've just never really gave that much of a shit. And I've told the story before. We met him. He's polite. But if you were a media personality 30 years ago, that's what you did from your 9-to-5 job, and then you just were a regular person, because all you have to do is take off the outfit and no one knows who you are.
Fuck yeah.
Right?
Or you just do the Clark Kent, man. Fucking throw some glasses on.
You do something, change your hair a little bit.
Yeah.
I guarantee right now, Sean Hannity in regular clothes, couldn't find him. I met Sheryl Crow. I had no idea who she was. She looked like a regular white woman without the stage makeup and the weave, because most people wear weaves.
Mm-hmm.
She looked like every other white woman. Most celebrities you see that aren't trying to be seen, you probably don't know who they are, especially if they're in a role where they wear a lot of the same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So now, in the age of everything I do has to be streamed, I don't understand how these people can eat. I feel bad to a certain extent, because it's like, dude, every part of your life, every disagreement you even have with your own friends has to be streamed for everyone to see. That sounds difficult.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That sounds horrible. I'd rather just like make dick and fart jokes and talk some sports and, you know, say I'd ravage Paul Abdul given the opportunity. You know, like
I would ravage that whole group of singers on that oldies tour.
Bro, Helen Mirren, that's another one.
Oh my God. Have you seen The Cook, the Thief, and the Wife Cook and the Lover?
No, I'm afraid I haven't seen that film.
The Thief, the Cook. No, The Cook, the Thief, the Wife, and her Lover. Have you seen that?
No.
Please watch it and then report back to me. Helen Mirren is in it. Watch it, report back to me. Totally serious.
She's chesty, and I like that.
Watch that movie.
Yeah. And as someone with an Irish surname, it would feel good defiling something English. You know? No, Kush, you did not hallucinate that clip. Jason sent it to me.
I sent it to you.
Yeah, that was yeah. That is as bad as the things I would do to Helen Mirren. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Excuse me, Dame Helen Mirren. She was knighted. I'm sorry.
Mercutio said Jason's Clark Kent isn't wearing those neat and dirty. I don't think the glasses are that. But do you know the glasses they're talking about, Mac?
Mm-hmm.
Do they really look like girl balls glasses?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Okay, Virtuoso's right. He goes, you guys are past 3 hours. You and Joe Rogan. I've been telling Mac to leave since it was his time to leave.
You're right.
Can you at least give me that, Mac?
You have been. You've been keeping me on task, and I keep tripping us up because I'm enjoying myself and all of your company, Virtuoso. Please don't ever compare me to that bald-headed, wrinkly ball sack of a man. I hate him.
Jute. Remember I said, was that the show with you where I said, dude? It sounded like
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some eggs, Jason. You know, I'm trying to wait everybody out. See, we'll get you some dry ice.
Dude, if Kowalski calls and talks about any of this insane shit, or plays the song about the butthole, have you ever seen a real man's?
Yep. And the thing is, I'm going to get a call from the Athletic like, Mr. McGinnis, you know, we were really impressed with your portfolio, but we did see a clip of you asking another man if he had ever seen a real man's butthole. Well, I know this is. It was funny. I mean, it was. But this is an actual journalistic outlet. We can't have that.
What did we call the rapper? Was it MC Fuckhead? MC Fuckhead with eating all the butt, eating all the butt.
You know,
God,
sometimes you have to do that, Jason.
So there's a lot of shit we've done on this particular show that you guys should fucking spam other shows with and be like, you guys suck. Stop sucking.
Get on this level.
Custard Habibi, and then just hang up the phone.
Or make like a all right.
I'm tuning into MR tomorrow for some glory. Oh my God. Just guys, send me a message on whatever social media thing and let me know if fucking crazy ass Kowalski did that. I feel like he might have had a couple pops and he's gonna wake up in the morning sober of mind and be like, maybe I shouldn't.
Nick brought up a good point before we go. Remember to call your representatives and tell them to get Luka released from California. All right. Remember, he's the small blonde white boy who was moved, illegally kidnapped from a red state, sent to California, was forced to hold up a jersey. And we don't know what Rob Pelinka and that organization will do to him. We have to get him safely back to Texas. So call your representative. And I know where I live, they'd be like, what's his name? Luka Doncic? That's a woman's name.
It sounds gay to me.
Where's he from? Because I know he ain't from here. Well, Representative, he's from Slovenia. That ain't even a real country.
On him a Thursday, a call like that will get me canceled by the whole left and made an RNC speaker. I would be so mad if people were that lame. They'd be like, this right-wing call, you talking about Custard Habibi. You're being a racist. No, he's not, because that's not a real thing.
No, it's not.
It's not a real thing. You can go call anyone that, and they're just going to look at you like you've had an accident, and you might need a specialist to examine your brain.
Did you have a head injury? Sounds like you did.
Do you smell burnt toast, sir?
Yeah. Is there a fluid leaking from your ears? Okay.
Can you follow my finger?
Yeah.
Are you sensitive to light at the moment? He's saying Custard Habibi. I don't know what that means.
He asked if we'd ever seen a real man's butthole. You get like a nurse in the back. My husband's really... never mind.
Well, it'd be awesome if you did that. People were like, oh, TIR, Custard Habibi, and then you high-five somebody. That's how you know you made it.
Yeah.
When you can say stupid shit out loud, and then other people know the stupid shit you're saying, and they're like, oh, he's fucking... Oh,
dude, it's just like quoting all the stupid comedies. Like when I was we watched everything and we just memorized every line. And like one of the ones we used all the time was like the high school reunion in Zach and Mary Made a Porno. When Brandon Routh is like the hottest guy from school, and then Mary's trying to hit on him, but then she finds out he's gay, and it's Justin Long, who's he's a porn star, and he's like, "I'll be your Sherpa up the mountain of gayness." And like Seth Rogen's like, "So you suck his dick?" And he's like, "Oh yes." Dude, I'll get the link off YouTube, dude, and I'll send it to you. It's fucking hilarious. And the thing is,
go ahead, sorry.
And the thing is, like me and the guy, like we'd be on patrol, and like the radio's connected to like higher command and shit.
And you
would just hear like my radio operator phrase would just be like, because my call sign was Charlie 16, right? And he'd be like, "Hey 16, can I be your Sherpa up the mountain of gayness?" And you'd hear my battalion commander come on and be like, "Hey, this is whatever it was. Keep the net clear." And he's like, and he'd say something like, "I'll get in your sack," And like we get into this like 8-hour firefight. We'd have no ammo. We'd get back and just like you're going through the adrenaline dump. You're like, "Whoa!" And then you're like ready to just fall asleep. And then like you'd hear this aircraft come in, and it was my fucking squadron commander and squadron sergeant major. Like, and my sergeant major actually talked like this. He'd be like, all right, listen, guys. The net is for battle actions only. I don't need to hear any of that nonsense when we're trying to track you men on the ground. Okay, what happens if you have to call in an aircraft to provide support and you're sending things like a Sherpa up the mountain of gayness? And Frace dead ass goes, all right, Frace, what do you need? Well, what if I do need a Sherpa up the mountain of gayness? This isn't a safe place to ask for that. And dude, we're all just like, and my sergeant major turns like this shade of red, like as red as my shirt, dude. And the squadron commander is like, okay, guys, no more grab ass on the radio.
That's a good terminology for radio grab ass.
Right. So the next patrol we do, he goes into the monologue from Rambo on the net. He's like, God didn't kill Rambo, or God didn't make Rambo. I did. You know, does like the sheriff side. And, you know, when it ends with, you know, you're not going to need more ammunition, Sheriff. You're going to need a whole lot of body bags, you know?
Oh, from First Blood, the first one?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we get another nasty firefight. You know, we had to call in actual Apache gunships to come help us out. We get back to the fob, dude. Hear another aircraft come in. I look at Frace and I'm like, I guarantee you, it's those two idiots again. And lo and behold, squadron commander, squadron sergeant major. Hey, listen, what did I tell you about grab ass on the radio? Granted, Rambo is a fine film. We all want to be Rambo. But I've seen the movie. Everybody in Squadron seen the movie. I don't need you guys to talk about it. And then there's Frace. Jason, Frace again. Frace, what? But what if we did need a whole lot more body bags? And I got pulled in the office and just got motherfucked up and down. McGinnis, you run a really loose ship around here. Well, Sergeant Major, technically, I'm not the one in charge. That would be Keith. So you're on a first name basis? Roger, yeah, we are, because we've been out here in the middle of fucking nowhere. I haven't showered in 3 months, and the hottest meal I had was a fucking part of a lamb that the ANA killed. Not even sure it was cooked all the way through, because I've been shitting my brains out for about 3 days. You need to tighten up here. All right? Tighten up. No more grab ass. And we would just go to the next one, you know, like fucking Fast and Furious.
Oh my God.
Nothing's more important than family, you know? And we all took turns. We all like just like someone would start it and we would just keep it going. And it was just fucking hilarious, man. The hottest meal I've had is some eggs from a man who brought them all the way from Rosarito, Mexico.
I really. Someone said, "Why did your commander sound like Paul Lynn?" That shit was hilarious.
I mean, that's kind of what he sounded like. If you guys watch Leavenworth, which was the documentary I was in, on the very last episode, he finally sits down to talk, and you'll hear it. He is by far the biggest chotch bag, and he lives in Pinehurst, North Carolina.
Don't say it. They're gonna find you. And then something horrible is going to happen. I watch too much true crime. I've been having paranoid nightmares.
Jason, I got a lot of these, friend. Pew, 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 pew.
I don't have anything. And if anyone tries to come and get me, I'm just...
He's going to throw eggs. He's going to throw eggs.
I got to fucking dance on them or something, like charm them with something.
You just pull your dick out, be like, you know where this was? What? You mean 80s pop star Tiffany? That's the one.
Before we go, I just want to get this stuck in your head so when you call these shows tomorrow, you'll know why.
Mm-hmm.
The sauce is gonna melt your noodle beams. Noodle beam. LOL, and yes, I'm so damn tired. Turn on your fucking baseline. You ever seen a real man's butthole? It goes, it goes, it goes. I can look like it tastes like the cream of my enemies. What in the actual
This man is a national treasure and needs to be protected at all costs.
Dude, he's trying to do this for a month where he just gets people to send him actual Tinder conversations. So he's going through these Tinder conversations, probably hundreds, at least hundreds, and finds the goofiest one and then makes a fucking song out of it. Kushlik had said something last night. He goes, it feels like somebody, it's just a middle word in your pre-text thing when you're texting someone and you just keep pressing it.
Yeah.
And he goes, watch what happens. And it's almost like that maybe that person was doing some weird kind of roulette with someone. My pasta sauce is going to melt your noodle beams. Like, I don't, just the first part of that conversation is like, what?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of sexual innuendo you can get out of noodle beams. I've heard like high beams for women who have very protruding nipples. But I've never heard noodle beams.
Dr. Claus said last night it sounded like custard and pee-pee.
Wow.
Coach looks says the sauce can't melt noodle beans. Truther.
Claw, I don't know if I'd want to be around a man who wants to cover his enemies in custard and pee-pee. It's a jarring experience having to take another life, but to then cover it in custard and pee-pee is just, that's a bridge too far for me.
What is the line he says? You fucking look like you look like you taste like the grave of my enemies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Noodles have hit the trunk.
Yeah, that's just Don Jr. and Eric's dick banging into the side of a wall.
This is why Mac teabags his opponents while they're still alive.
That's right.
That's a noodle beam. That's what a noodle beam is. It's when you fucking rub your flaccid chunk on the face of your enemy.
It's also known as a Roman helmet.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh.
That's what we have to get going in like right-wing circles, Jason, because they were like, it wasn't a Nazi salute, it was a Roman salute. Well, have you ever done a Roman helmet to somebody? and just have like conservative dudes like, it's totally okay to lay your genitals on the bridge of another dude's nose. It's just a Roman helmet, man. Got a bunch of people like, bro, that's kind of weird. Why are
I'm
you putting
so mad that's a thing. It has a name. When things have names, you're like, oh, that sounds like a thing that would have a name. But when you say it out loud, you're like, oh, that's just a Roman helmet. I'm like, that has a name? Mm-hmm. It's that common?
I mean, I've never seen it done, but I've heard of it being done.
Prairie Fire says, this VHS tape is my most prized possession.
That's right.
Show this to your friends in Nebraska. And I want to go to Nebraska and be like, oh, you're that funny colored fella that makes all the dick jokes.
So that Roman helmet thing, it's you ever done it to somebody yet? No, bro, that's
noodle beam on somebody. you ever noodle beamed an enemy?
And you're like, wait a minute, a noodle beam's a thing now? Oh, hell yeah, that's a noodle beam. See, that's when you get like kind of hard, so it's still a little floppy in the end, and you just kind of wave it around and hit people with it. what?
Like there's things people say, and I'm like, that's a thing? That shouldn't be a thing.
You know what else shouldn't be a thing?
Gooning.
It's a thing. It's a thing. You know?
Eggs for a Roman helmet. Oh my god, dude. This is the insanity that we need you guys to spread.
Yes.
To the internet.
It's gonna be great when Jason comes on in a few Wednesdays and he's like, Mac, chat, I gave Tiffany a Roman helmet. I just put my balls on her forehead, laid the shaft down on her nose. She said she was gonna cross the Rubicon, and by the Rubicon, my dick. Strangely, she knows a lot about Roman history. You know, it's kind of crazy.
Stars happened to align, and I found myself somewhere with Tiffany, and we're having a conversation because I would just lie and act like I didn't know who she was, right? Like, bitch, I know it's Tiffany. And we're talking, and something happened, and one thing led to another, and we're fooling around, and because I'm goofy and retarded, and I would totally be like, "You want a Roman helmet?" And she's like, "I love Roman helmets." I would be scared. I'd be totally scared. Like, what did you say? I love Roman helmets. Come on. And she like positioned herself. It's like, come on. Like, what is wrong with you?
Can you like Jason's like, bro? I had a shot.
I'd be like, I don't. This guy.
It's like, what happened, dude? Bro, I jokingly mentioned a Roman helmet, and she just laid down. Like, what the fuck? Jason, that's when you give her the Roman helmet and ask her to autograph your vinyl. Duh.
The amount of things that would have to happen to get to that point. To be honest with you, like if that really happened, like if I was like Tiffany's at my apartment and we're like hanging out, watching a movie, and all of a sudden it would just hit me like
Prairie Fires. She's like, bring on the whole legion.
That would just, I'd be like, too much cool shit's happening right now, Tiffany. I'm kind of overwhelmed right now.
Jason, I need you to sheath your gladius in me.
Overwhelmed. It sounds like I'm being full of shit, but be honest. I don't give a fuck what. Oh, it's Pat Tiffany. It's different. It's still fucking Tiff. I still think she's cute. Fucking like Tiffany. I'm not gonna lie. I saw the Playboy.
Roman history. Roman history sex stuff. No. Jason would yell, "I'm Spartacus." The scary thing in Prairie, like his neighbors would be like, "I'm Spartacus."
Like that guy's fucking 52-year-old Tiffany in the house and laying his dick on her forehead like a Roman helmet.
You get like a knock on your wall, Jason. Hey man, yeah, dude. If she asks you to sheathe your gladius, man, just fucking do it, bro.
My name, because I leave my sliding door open to my terrace, and I tell my neighbors that's how you know I'm home. If you see it open, I'm home. So sometimes they just call my name and just yell. So it would be funny if they were like, "Hey, are you fucking Tiffany in there?" You might want to close it because we can totally hear you.
You wake up the next morning to make her coffee, and she just starts calling you Caesar. It would be too much. It would be too much. I was a little weirded out last night, but went with it. But now this.
You can't. Oh.
But Jason, you conquered my loins.
Local vagrant in Chula Vista yelling, "I'm Spartacus" outside of a 7-Eleven. Oh my god. Maybe that's the joke you guys should just call in all these shows and talk about a local vagrant in Chula Vista that's selling Mexican eggs.
Or better yet, just yell, "I am Spartacus," and hang up.
A Roman salute. If my neighbor, oh my God. My neighbor did tell me the saddest thing today that I didn't know how to respond to because it was the saddest thing I'd ever heard. My neighbor that lives in the house, not the unit, because the unit's vacant. There's a guy in the front, and we don't really talk. We don't hate each other. We just don't talk. But our neighbor next door is very, very friendly, and he yells my name. I didn't see him. Looking around, I see him. I go, "Hey, what's up?" And he goes, "Dog died last night." Oh, he's got 3 dogs. One is a Australian Ridgeback. That's a really big one, right?
I don't know, dude. Dogs, like the only Ridgeback I know is the Rhodesian, and they're mean as shit if you don't train them right.
His dogs were all pretty pretty nice. One of them was real barky, and then he had like a little tiny mutt, like this big, right? And he goes, "The little one died of old age 3 days ago." I was like, "Oh." And he goes, "The other one, the one that barked at you whenever you walked by?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "That one died of cancer 2 days ago. And the last one just dropped dead at 4:00 this morning."
Oh, fuck.
And I'm just staring at him. I'm like, I didn't know what to say. Like, what do you say when someone says that to you?
You give him eggs. That's what you do.
He's the egg guy.
Oh,
he's got the eggs. He's got chickens. He's the one that gives. He's our egg hookup.
What do you give to the man who has everything?
He's the guy that he's the guy that comes over to me and goes, "What do you mean you haven't changed your oil? Bring your car to my house and we'll just change here." He's that neighbor, right? Really friendly guy. So I didn't know what to say. I don't know. I said, "I'm like, what do you say when someone says in a matter of days all 3 of their animals died?"
Virtuoso's right. Give him a hug, man. That's the best you can do.
But it was like that. Was that show Tool Time? So it was like that thing where there was a fence between us.
And you just saw the top of his face.
I'm not even trying to be funny.
You know what you don't say to the man that just lost 3 dogs in 3 days? Yo, man, can I get some eggs?
I couldn't think. I was like, this is probably a bad time to ask this guy about that oil change. I just looked at him. I was like,
yeah, dude.
So where are you watching the Super Bowl?
You gonna watch some football?
Yeah, I didn't know. I was thinking about if I had anything in my house, and I haven't gone grocery shopping, so I was like, I can't even offer him anything. I made really cool sauce from avocados.
Well, that's a downer to go out on.
Yeah, what do you say in those situations when someone I believe the young people call it trauma dumping?
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your dog. Do you want to give me a Roman helmet to cheer up?
And that's what you say. Jason let him drink from the host mugs.
Oh my God.
I'm not trying to be funny. I still feel bad. If I see him tomorrow, I probably am just going to walk over there and give him a hug. But
I mean, this is why Jason always keeps an emergency emotional carrot raisin salad for such occasions.
You know why you're fucked up, Mercutio? I was this close to wanting to make it tonight, and now I'm not gonna.
Instead, he's gonna go into town and just start giving Roman helmets to folks.
I'm just gonna because we don't have filet of fishes in Mexico, so I'm just gonna get a filet of fish at McDonald's.
Hey, I got this Michael Vick jersey. You want to try it on?
I was at that level of ridiculous where I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what, Virtuoso? It's not even like the Eagles or the Falcons jersey. It's the Steelers one.
Jesus Christ. It's that end of career. Fucking. I'm like sitting here. I think I turned the car on and I was listening to this Megadeth playlist that I had. And I'm like, you know, because your car gets really dusty when you live on a dirt road. So I got this chamois thing. I'm getting the dust off and he's telling me the sad shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Do you want a like cupcake from the cupcake place? I don't.
Would you like a coffee?
I totally almost asked him. I almost asked him if he wanted a mocha. I was gonna make him a mocha.
Yeah, I mean,
this close to making a mocha.
Jason's love language is offering you a coffee product in times of strife.
That's all I could think to do would be like, oh, do you possibly want to? I have some
whatever you do, Jason. Do not suggest that your neighbor host a gooner roll.
Oh no! Something fell.
And on that note, everybody.
We've been going for 3.5 hours. Thank you guys so much. I'm so sorry. If you guys have any ideas of what to say, please drop it in the comments. I need to know because I just think that he thinks now that I might be on the spectrum because this is all I did.
Oh, dude. Yeah, he definitely thinks you have autism. Yeah. Yeah, because the look on your face said, I just got a Roman helmet and I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. Because he kind of walked away like, fucking guy. Because I didn't know. I was like, yeah. I'm not good with people that tell me their pets died. I'm not good with that. Not that I don't care. I just apparently I always say the wrong thing.
Yeah, that's like me and dating. Yeah.
Autistic streamer next door.
Chick. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Please leave a comment. High functioning vagrant selling eggs outside local library.
Oh, dude, see, it's perfect then. It's perfect because they'll just be like, he's autistic, guys. Don't. Okay. They like pat you on the head. All right, man.
We just want to let you know. Hey, Mac, it's so quiet right now with those dogs. I was wondering why it's so quiet.
And it's because the man just went through a horrible tragedy. You were reveling in the quiet.
If I move this microphone, you can hear the waves crash. Or not. I don't know. It's kind of far in the living room and sound doesn't travel that way. But I can. And I'm going to go to sleep for that.
While gooning to Tiffany.
It's just you and me, Tiffany. You and me. Is she married? Do you know what would really suck? If she was married. I would be so sad.
It's gonna be
so
funny.
Fucking sad.
It's gonna be funny when you do meet her and she does want to fuck, and she's just giving you the handsy of your life, and she's getting ready to just put your dick in her mouth, and you see a god awful giant diamond glinting in like lamplight, and you're just like, oh no, baby, I am not a homewrecker. And she's like, you sit back and you shut your mouth and you let me suck this dick, and you're just like, what? I don't know what to do.
I'm like, no.
And that's the last episode ever of Beyond the Red. That's it.
Maybe ask if he wants.
Jason and I will be receiving our cease and desist letter tomorrow morning from Tiffany and her attorneys.
You know what would be really awesome if she left a comment? One of the happiest times of my life, and I'm going to leave on this note. This will be a happy note. There was a thing I was doing a couple of years ago, and I want to restart it because it was a lot of fun. It was when I figured out if I want to be happy with social media, I'm going to try to make it a happy place. And so I had a tournament style battle of 80s movies soundtracks.
Oh.
And one of the battles was just one of the guys. And what I would do is list every song and a link to every song, because most of that stuff's on YouTube. And Midnight Star is the one that it's the theme song. The 80s, they would have songs about the movie. So there's a song that starts the movie, just one of the guys. And the song is called Girls Got Something Boys Don't Got. Because it's a movie about a chick that pretends to be a dude. And I put it up. Joyce Heiser, the woman from that movie that I'm still in love with, responds to the message and then starts following me on Twitter.
Oh.
She goes, "It's been 40 years and I had no idea Midnight Star did that song." How awesome is that?
That is fucking phenomenal.
So there's a small possibility that Tiffany's out there listening to this show.
And if for some godforeseen reason an algorithm puts this show in front of her.
Oh my God, that'd be so funny.
And
We talk shit about her.
And
I definitely didn't.
Okay. We, in a hypothetical, said she had a Roman legionnaire sex kink that she wouldn't take no for an answer. Like, come on, man. We maybe overstepped a line here. Or she could be like, "That was funny as shit, Jason. And yes, I'm into Roman helmets." And then you're just like, whoa. What do you do then?
Too far, brother. Too far. Look, stranger things happen because sometimes you think people, they don't read Twitter. And next thing you know, Tiffany's fucking glued to Twitter. She's like, "These people sent me the show and they said an hour and 15 minutes in, I mentioned, and it's this young black man that keeps saying smash every time he sees me."
But he says it all soft, like smash. It's really romantic.
Look at Sean Moon, who was the lead singer in that group, Roxette. She's got the look. Now everybody's looking up these people trying to be like, "Can I tweet out to somebody too?"
Sean, Caitlin would be very upset if she saw this.
It'd be so fucking funny if no one's talking weird, mean political shit and everyone's just trying to find their 80s crush on Twitter.
Kowalski should just ask Sam if he A, knows what a Roman helmet is, and B, would sell eggs outside a bodega in Brooklyn. Okay. I love you all, but we're going to bed now. Oh, Jason is too afraid of the giant rats in New York City to sell eggs there.
Fuck yeah. Rats are talking shit. I needed the guardian angels to protect me from them fucking rats.
Just out there smoking and talking shit to Jason.
Rats. Like the music. When I saw the rats, like the music came on from a movie where black people show up. Like, doo-doom, doo-doom. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
But it's a whole rat band playing it. So you're like,
funky looking rats. Oh my God. Okay. On this note, we are out. See you guys tomorrow night.